Hi all, welcome to a new session of mathematics. Here we'll be discussing the previous year questions. So before moving on to the question, let's discuss or understand the instructions, okay? So here this question paper contains 5 sections, section A to section E. Section A has 2 MCQ type of questions carrying 1 mark each. Section B has 5 questions carrying 2 marks each. Section C has 6 questions carrying 3 marks each. Whereas section D has 4 questions carrying 5 marks each. What about section E? It is case-based integrated questions are there. There, each questions carry 4 marks, okay? And all questions are compulsory. Wherever required, draw a neat diagram and take pi is equal to 22 by 7 if it is not stated otherwise. These are the instructions given. So let's move on to the first section, section A. First question, 20 MCQ questions are there, isn't it? So section A, first question, the LCM of smallest 2-digit composite number and smallest composite number is option 12, 4, 20, 44. Here, we need to find out the lowest common multiple of 2 digits. What are those 2 digits? Smallest 2-digit composite number and smallest composite number. Which is the smallest 2-digit composite number? That is 10, isn't it? We know that the smallest 2-digit number is 10 and that is the smallest 2-digit composite number. What about the smallest composite number? 2 is prime, 3 is prime, 4 is the smallest composite number, isn't it? So here we need to find out, in short, we need to find out the LCM of 10 and 4, isn't it? We need to find out the LCM of 10 and 4. We could write 4 in terms of prime numbers. How? 2 square, isn't it? What about 10? 10 could be written as 2 times 5 as a product of primes, isn't it? LCM means it is the product of highest power of each prime factors. Here, 2 is a prime factor. Highest power is 2 square and 5 is also there. So, 2 square into 5, which means 4 times 5, that is equal to 20. 20 is the LCM of 10 and 4, isn't it? So, option C is the correct answer there. Okay. Second question. The roots of the quadratic equation 2x square minus x minus 6 is equal to 0 are minus 2, 3 by 2, 2 minus 3 by 2, minus 2 minus 3 by 2, 2, 3 by 2. 4 options are there. There is only a change in the signs, isn't it? So, make sure that you are doing it correctly in the first go itself. So, here, which is the equation given? 2x square minus x minus 6 is equal to 0, isn't it? That means here 2 times minus 6 is equal to minus 12 and the sum is minus 1. We need to find out the factors of 12 such that the product is minus 12 and the sum is negative 1. Product is negative means one of the factor will be negative and the sum is negative means among the two factors the number with higher value will be negative, isn't it? So, here 12 can be factorized 3 times 4, isn't it? If we go with minus 4 and 3, what happens? The product is minus 12 and minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1, isn't it? That means we could write 2x square minus x minus 6 is equal to 0 as 2x square minus 4x plus 3x minus 6 is equal to 0. Taking 2x common here. So, 2x into x minus 2. Here we could take 3 common there, isn't it? So, plus 3 into x minus 2 is equal to 0. Here, x minus 2 is a common factor. So, x minus 2 into 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. That means product of two numbers is 0. Which means either one of the factors should be equal to 0. That is, x minus 2 is equal to 0 or 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. X minus 2 is equal to 0 means x is equal to 2. That is, and the other scenario, 2x is equal to minus 3, x is equal to minus 3 by 2. So, it is plus 2 minus 3 by 2, plus 2 plus 3 by 2. So, option B, that is plus 2 minus 3 by 2, option B is the correct answer there, okay. Moving forward to the third question. The graph of a polynomial is shown in the figure, then the number of its zeros is. How we could find out the number of zeros from the graph? Here, a graph of a polynomial function is given. The number of zeros means the point of intersection of the graph with the x-axis, okay. So, here, while considering this graph, we are able to analyze how many point of intersections are there? 3 point of intersections, right? We are having 3 point of intersection, which means this graph of the polynomial have how many zeros? 3 zeros. Option A is the correct answer, okay. Clear? To the next question. Fourth question, the value of k for which the system of linear equations x plus 2y is equal to 3 and 5x plus ky plus 7 is equal to 0 is inconsistent. As here, we are having a pair of linear equations in two variables, and there it is given that those are inconsistent pair of linear equations. We need to find out the coefficient of y, isn't it? We need to find out the value of k. What does it mean if the pair of lines are inconsistent? Inconsistent means they are parallel lines, isn't it? Parallel lines means what is the relation between the coefficients? We know that if the lines are parallel, then A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, which is not equal to C1 by C2, isn't it? Inconsistent means A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, but it is not equal to C1 by C2. That means what is the standard form of equation? A1x plus B1y plus E1 is equal to 0 and A2x plus B2y plus C2 is equal to 0, isn't it? So here let's rewrite the question over here. X plus 2y minus 3 is equal to 0 and 5x plus ky plus 7 is equal to 0. Comparing with the coefficients, here 1 by 5 is equal to A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to 2 by k, isn't it? Which is not equal to C1 by C2. We need to consider only these two ratios, isn't it? So 1 by 5 is equal to 2 by k. That means k is equal to 2 times 5, which is equal to 10. So what is the value of k? Value of k is 10, option D. Okay. Next question. The radius of a circle whose endpoints of a diameter are 24, 1 and 2, 23 is. We need to find out the radius of a circle where its endpoints are given. Okay. So here we are having a circle. The endpoints of diameters are given, that is 24, 1 and 2, 23. We need to find out what is the radius of the circle. We need to find out what is the radius of the circle. Here we could use the distance formula, isn't it? That means diameter is equal to x2 minus x root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square, isn't it? So it is 24 minus 2 the whole square plus 1 minus 23 the whole square, which is equal to 24 minus 2 is 22 the whole square plus 1 minus 23 is minus 22 the whole square, which is equal to 22 square plus 22 square can be written as 2 into 22 square, isn't it? That is 22 root 2. Is this the answer? Is this the answer for our question? They are asking what is the radius of the circle. This is actually the diameter, isn't it? So radius is equal to diameter by 2. That is 22 root 2 by 2, which is equal to 11 root 2 units. 11 root 2 units. Okay. So before opting the correct answer, make sure that you are choosing the correct answer for the question. Okay. They are asking for the radius, even though 22 root 2 is there in the answer. That is actually the diameter of the circle. They are asking for the radius. So we need to consider the half of the measurement. Okay. So answer is 11 root 2 units. Okay. Next question. Sixth question. In triangle ABC and triangle DEF, angle P is equal to angle E, angle F is equal to angle C, and AB is equal to 3 times DE. Then two triangles are option A, congruent but not similar, similar but not congruent, that is option B, and option C, neither congruent nor similar, and D, congruent as well as similar. Okay. So here, let's draw a rough diagram. Here, what they are telling, we are having two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle DEF. In this case, angle B is equal to angle E, angle B is equal to angle E, and angle F is equal to angle C, and AB is equal to, if AB is X, if DE is X, then AB is equal to 3 times X, isn't it? So here, are they congruent? Congruent means they are in equal shape and in same size, isn't it? Congruent means same shape and same size. So is this a scenario? Are they in same size? No, the sides are differing, isn't it? But similar means they are in same shape. So here we could say that anyway option A is not correct. That is, it is not congruent. They are similar, isn't it? Triangle ABC and triangle DEF are similar, but they are not congruent as the sides are not in equal measurement. Okay. Moving forward. Seventh question is sin A plus B is equal to sin A plus sin B. True, false, cannot say partially true or false. Okay. So here we need to check whether the given statement is true or false. Sin A plus B is equal to sin A plus sin B. Let's take A is equal to 30 degree. Okay. And B is equal to 60 degree. Then what about sin A plus B? Sin A plus B is equal to, it is sin 30 plus 60, which is equal to sin 90. That is equal to 1. Isn't it? What about the RHS? Sin A plus sin B. Isn't it? Sin A plus sin B. Sin A is 30 degree and sin B is 60 degree. Isn't it? That is sin 30 is 1 by 2. Sin 60 is root 3 by 2. On adding, what will be getting? 1 plus root 3 by 2. Are they same? Is the RHS is equal to LHS? No, they are not same, isn't it? So, the statement is false. Okay. Moving on to the 8th question. If sin theta is equal to A by B, then cos theta is equal to, the options are in B by root of B square minus A square. Option B, B by A. Option C, root of B square minus A square by B. Option D, A by root of B square minus A square. Okay. So, let's have a rough diagram over here. We are considering theta over here. So, it's given that sin theta is equal to A by B. Sin theta is equal to A by B means sin theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. So, if we are considering theta over here, the opposite side is A and the hypotenuse is B. Then what about the base? The base will be, it is B square. Using the Pythagoras theorem, we know that base square is equal to hypotenuse square minus altitude square, isn't it? That is B square minus A square, which means base is equal to root of B square minus A square, isn't it? This is equal to B square minus A square. We need to find out cos theta. Cos theta means it is adjacent side by hypotenuse. So, with respect to theta, which is the adjacent side, it is root of B square minus A square and the hypotenuse is B. That means adjacent side is root of B square minus A square, hypotenuse is B. So, which will be the correct option? Option C is the correct answer, isn't it? Root of B square minus A square by B. Clear? To the next question. If a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, then the line is dashed to the third side. That means they are telling we are having a triangle, okay? If a line divides the other two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, then that line is parallel to the third side, isn't it? Then that line is parallel to the third side. Option B, very easy question, isn't it? 10th question. If the lengths of diagonals of a rhombus are 16 centimeter and 12 centimeter, then the length of the sides of the rhombus is, here we are having a rhombus. What is the property of a rhombus? All sides are equal, isn't it? Okay. So, let's consider the rhombus ABCD. Here two diagonals are given, AC and BD, two diagonals are given. One is 16 centimeter, other is 12 centimeter. We need to find out the sides of the rhombus. What is the peculiarity of the diagonals of the rhombus? Diagonals of the rhombus are perpendicular bisector, which means AC is the perpendicular bisector of BD. Or vice versa. We could say that BD is a perpendicular bisector of AC. That means the diagonals of the rhombus are perpendicular bisector to each other. Which means if AC is 16 centimeter and let O be the point of intersection, then AO will be 8 centimeter and BD, which is 12 centimeter, OB will be half of 12, that is 6 centimeter, isn't it? We need to find out the side of the rhombus. So, let's consider the triangle AOB. It's a right angle. They are perpendicular bisector. So, we could use the Pythagoras theorem. That means AB square is equal to OB square plus AO square. OB is 6 square, 36 plus 8 square, which is 64, isn't it? So, 36 plus 64, which is equal to 100. That is, we are getting the square of the side as 100, which means AB or the side of the rhombus is 10 units, isn't it? What is this side of the rhombus? Or 10 centimeter, not 10 units, it's already given in centimeter. So, that is 10 centimeter, which means option B is the correct answer. Okay. Next question. In the figure, AP, AQ and BC are tangents of the circle with center O. If AB is equal to 5 centimeter, AC is equal to 6 centimeter, BC is equal to 4 centimeter, then the length of AP in centimeter is. We need to find out what is the length of AP in centimeter. So here, let's analyze the question once again. We are having a circle with center O. We are having three tangents, AP, AQ and BC is a tangent. Let BC be the tangent with point of intersection, point of contact as R. Okay. What all things are given? It is given AB is equal to 5 centimeter, AC is equal to 6 centimeter and BC, okay, this is a point of contact R where BC is equal to 4. Okay. So here these are the things given. We need to find out what is AP. Okay. AP is a tangent. What about the peculiarity of AP and AQ? AP and AQ are two tangents from an external point A, which means those two tangents are in equal length, isn't it? So we could write AP is equal to AQ. Similarly, with respect to B, okay, with respect to B, their BR and BP are tangents from the same external point B, which means BP is equal to BR, isn't it? BP is equal to BR. And similarly, we could say that with respect to C, CQ and CR are two tangents from an external point C, which means the length of those two tangents are equal. That is, CR is equal to CQ. These are the things given, isn't it? We need to find out what is AP. Okay. So, AP is equal to, AP could be written as AB plus BP, isn't it? AP could be written as AB plus BP. Similarly, what about AQ? AQ could be written as AC plus CQ, isn't it? AC plus CQ is equal to AQ. On adding it, what we will be getting? AP plus AQ is equal to AB plus BP plus AC plus CQ, isn't it? Here, instead of CQ, we could rewrite or substitute with CR, isn't it? And instead of BP, we could substitute it with BR, which means AB plus AC as it is and BP as, because since BP is equal to BR, we are rewriting BP with BR, okay. So, BR and CQ is equal to CR. So, we are substituting CQ with CR, okay. What is this BR plus CR? BR plus CR is equal to our BC, isn't it? So, we are getting AP plus AQ is equal to AB plus AC plus BC. What is AP plus AQ? AQ is also equal to AP, which means 2AP is equal to AB plus AC plus BC. All the measurements are given, isn't it? AB is equal to 5 centimeter, AC is equal to 6 centimeter and BC is equal to 4 centimeter, which means 2 times AP is equal to 15 centimeter. That is, AP is equal to 15 by 2, that is 7.5 centimeter. Okay, clear? So, the option is A. A is the correct answer. The length of the tangent is 7.5. That is, AP is equal to AQ is equal to 7.5 centimeter. Okay. 12th question. The ratio of volumes of two cones with same radii. Here, we need to compare or we need to take the ratio of volumes of two cones. Okay. Volumes of two cones with the same radii. So, consider two cones C1 and C2. Its respective radii will be R1 and R2 and height will be H1 and H2. Okay. Here what all things are given? Radii are same. That is R1 is equal to R2. It is given. Okay. Volume of first cone to that of second cone. What is volume of a cone? It is 1 by 3 pi R1 square H1 divided by 1 by 3 pi R2 square H2. With respective radius and height, isn't it? 1 by 3 cancel. R1 square is equal to R2 square. Why? Because R1 is equal to R2 means R1 square is also equal to R2 square. Okay. Then we are getting H1 by H2. That is, volume of two cones with same radii are in the ratio. The ratio of volumes of two cones with the same radii is H1 by H2 or H1 is to H2. Okay. Clear? Easy question. 13th question, if the perimeter of one face of a cube is 20 centimeter, then its surface area is, okay. Here we need to find out the surface area of a cube. Surface area of a cube is 6a square, that we know. We required the side of a cube, isn't it? What all things are given? The perimeter of a face of a cube, perimeter of a face. What is the face of a cube? It's square, isn't it? That means 4a is equal to 20 centimeter given. That is a is equal to 5 centimeter. That is 20 by 4, which is equal to 5 centimeter. Substituting over here, it is 6 times 5 square. 25 into 6 is equal to 150 centimeter. What is the surface area of a cube? Where perimeter of one face is 20 centimeter, its surface area is 150 centimeter square. Its square is there, isn't it? Because surface area, so it is 150 centimeter square. Okay? Option B is the correct answer. Next question. If the arithmetic mean of the following distribution is 47, then the value of P is, here we need to find out the value of P, where P is the a value in the frequency, okay? If the mean of this distribution is 47, okay? How we will find out? We know that the arithmetic mean is equal to, or x bar is equal to sum of xi fi by summation fi, isn't it? We need to find out the summation of xi fi, okay? So, we will be rewriting this data here. Here, class intervals given 0 to 20, 20 to 40, then 40 to 60, then 60 to 80, 80 to 100. Then we'll be looking into frequency. Corresponding frequencies are 8, 15, 20, P and 5, okay? Now, we need to find out xi fi. What is this xi? It is the mid value of the class interval. So, 0 to 20, what is the mid value? Upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. 20 plus 0 divided by 2 is 10, isn't it? Mid value. So, 10, then 20, 40, the mid value is 30, 40, 60, the mid value is 50. Then here it is 70 and the next one it is 90. Then, we need to find out summation of xi fi. That means we will be finding the product of xi and fi's correspondingly. 8 times 10 it is 80, 15 times 30 it is 450, 20 times 50, 2 times 5 is 10, 2 more 0, so it is 1000. Then P times 70 is 70P, whereas 5 times 90 is 450. On adding it, what we will be getting? 450 plus 450, it is 900. 900 plus 80 is 980. 980 plus 1000, it is 1980. 1980 plus 70p, isn't it? 1980 plus 70p is our summation of xi fi. What about summation fi? Summation fi is, here it is 15 plus 5 is 20, 20 plus 10 is 40. 15 plus 5 is 20, 20 plus 20 is 40, 40 plus 8 is 48, 48 plus p, isn't it? Now, we are having both the values, isn't it? Here, what is given? X bar, 47. That is, 47 is equal to, we need to just substitute the value, that's it. That is 1980 plus 70p, the whole divided by 48 plus p. On cross multiplication, what we will be getting? 47 times 48 plus p is equal to 1980 plus 70p. On opening the bracket on the left side, 47 into 48 plus 47p is equal to 1980 plus 70p. So, on taking this constants to the same side, 70p minus 47p. 70p minus 47 is 23. So, 23p is equal to 47 into 48. 47 into 48. 8 7s are 56. 32. It is 37. 2256, isn't it? So, 2256 taking to the other side, right? So, it is 2256 minus 56 minus 1980. What is 2256 minus 1980? 2256 minus 1980. It is 6, 5, it's 5 plus 2, it's 7. And it's 11 minus 9 is 2. 276, isn't it? That is, we are getting 276 is equal to 23p. That is, p is equal to 276 divided by 23. That is, we could take, okay, 27 how many times? 1 times. Then here it is 46. So 23 into 2 is 46. That means 12, isn't it? We are getting the value of P as 12. So which is the correct option? Option D is the correct answer. Okay? Clear? Easy question, isn't it? We need to just substitute the values. 15th question. An event is very unlikely to happen. Its probability is closest to 0.001, 0.001, 0.01, 0.1. What is the range of a probability of an event? The range of probability of an event is, if we are taking E as the event, 0 less than or equal to P of E less than or equal to 1, isn't it? Very unlikely to happen, which means it is very closer to the impossible event, isn't it? Impossible event means the probability of that event will be 0. So, very unlikely to happen means it is very closer to an impossible event, which means we need to find out the value which is more closer to the 0 over here. Among the given option, which is the value more closer to 0, it is option A. Okay, that's a logic. Clear? Next question. The median and mode respectively of frequency distribution are 26 and 29. Then its mean is, here we need to find out the value of mean, where median is equal to 26 and mode is equal to 29 given. Okay. What is the empirical formula? 3 median is equal to mode plus 2 mean, isn't it? 3 median is equal to mode plus 2 mean. Here median is given, which is equal to 26 and mode is equal to 29. So 3 into median is 26 plus mode is 29. We need to find out. This is equal to 29 plus 2 into mean. 26 into 3 is 6 3s are 18, 6, 78, isn't it? So 78 minus 29 is equal to 2 mean. What is 78 minus 29? 49, isn't it? That is 2 times mean is equal to 49, or mean is equal to 49 by 2, that is equal to 24.5. Okay, so here we are getting the mean of the distribution is 24.5. Okay, clear? Moving on to the next. 17th question. If two solid hemispheres of same base radius are joined together along their bases, then curved surface area of this new solid is. Okay, here we are having two solid hemispheres, okay, with the base radius r, and we are also having another hemisphere with the same radius, okay, with the same radius, and it is joined together. This is the new solid, okay. We need to find out the curved surface area of the new solid. That means curved surface area of the new solid is curved surface area of the hemisphere, first hemisphere, plus curved surface area of the second hemisphere. What is the curved surface area of a hemisphere? It is 2 pi r square. Since the radius remains the same, we could say the curved surface area of both the hemispheres is 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r square, which is equal to 4 pi r square. Okay, that means option A is the correct answer. Okay, clear? Moving on to the next question. The value of cos 1 degree times cos 2 degree times cos 3 degree etc. up to cos 90 degree is options 0, 1 by 2, 2 by 3 and 1. Here we know the cos values of certain angles, right? So here we are having cos 90 degree. What is cos 90 degree? It is 0, isn't it? Cos 90 degree is 0. So 0 multiplied with any value, it will be 0 itself, isn't it? Thus the product of cos 1 degree times cos 2 degree times cos 3 degree etc. up to cos 90 degree will be 0. Option A, easy question, isn't it? So we have done with MCQ type of questions over here. We are having two more questions, that is assertion reasoning type, okay. So, moving on to question number 90. The product of 3 plus root 5 and 3 minus root 5 is irrational. Do we need to write it and check it out? Here, the given two numbers are conjugate of each other, isn't it? So, on multiplying, anyway, both of these numbers are irrational number, but how we are rationalizing a number with rationalizing an irrational number, we will be multiplying it with the conjugate, isn't it? So, here, the given numbers are conjugate to each other, even though they are irrational. So, on multiplying the irrational number with its conjugate, we will be getting a rational number. So, this is Right, the assertion is right. Now, the product of two irrational numbers is always irrational. Is it true? The product of two irrational numbers. The product of two irrational numbers is always, this is the keyword, isn't it? It's always irrational. Is it true? Here, let's take two irrational number, 3 plus root 5 the whole square, or 3 plus root 5 into 3 plus root 5, okay? So, this is of the form, this is an irrational number and this is another irrational number, isn't it? That is 3 plus root 5 the whole square. On multiplying, we will be getting 3 square plus 2 into 3 into root 5 plus root 5 the whole square, isn't it? That means 9 plus 6 root 5 plus 5, isn't it? 5 plus 9 is 14 plus 6 root 5. Is this rational number? No. Here we are getting it as 14 plus 6 root 5, isn't it? This is an irrational number. So we are not able to conclude that product of two irrational numbers is always irrational. In this case, it is true. Why? Because those numbers are conjugate to each other. But is it true for all the scenarios? No. So, the product of two irrational numbers is not always rational numbers. So, the reason is false, okay? Assertion is true, but the reason is false. So, among this, which is the correct option? Assertion is true, but the reason is false. Option C is the correct answer. Okay? And the last MCQ type of question, assertion reasoning. The point -1, 6 divides a line segment joining the points -3, 10 and 6, -8 in the ratio 2:7 internally. What about the recent statement? Given 3 points, that is A, B, C, from an equilateral triangle, then AB is equal to BC is equal to AC. These are the things given. So, let's analyze each statement. First statement, we need to use the section formula, isn't it? They are telling the point -1, 6 divides a line segment joining -3, 10. Okay, -3, 10 and 6, -8. The point -1, 6 divides this in the ratio 2:7. So, we need to check whether this -1, 6 divides the line segment joining -3, 10 and 6, -8 in the ratio 2:7. So, let's consider the ratio be k:1, okay? Using the section formula, what we could use? We could write k. So, instead of 2:1, we are taking it as k:1. So, it is k times 6. What is the section formula? xy is equal to x1 m2 plus x2 m2 by m1 by m1 plus m2, and y coordinate y1 m2 plus y2 m1 by m1 plus m2, isn't it? So, using the section formula, we will be checking whether m1 is to m2 or k:1 is equal to 2:7, okay? So, here on solving it, what we will be getting? K times 6 plus 1 times -3 divided by k plus 1 is equal to this x coordinate, isn't it? That is equal to -1. On solving, we will be getting 6k minus 3 is equal to k plus 1 times -1. That is minus k minus 1. Which means 6k plus k is equal to -1 plus 3. That means 7k is equal to 2. K is equal to 2/7. That means we have taken the ratio in k:1 form, and there we are getting k is equal to 2/7 upon 1, which means the ratio is 2:7, right? That means the assertion statement is true. Okay, then considering the reason statement. In the reason statement, it is given that ABC are 3 points of a equilateral triangle, and then what is the property of an equilateral triangle? All the 3 sides are equal and all the angles are equal, right? That means if ABC is an equilateral triangle, means then AB is equal to BC is equal to AC. This is also true. So, the reason statement is also true. Then we need to check our options. Here, option A states that A, assertion and reason is true, and reason is the correct explanation for the assertion. Is that true? No. Here, even though both the statements are true, reason is not a correct explanation for the assertion, right? So, here we will go with the option B. That means, assertion is true, reason is true, but reason is not a correct explanation for the assertion. Okay? Clear? So we have done with section A. Now moving on to section B. Question number 21. Solve the pair of equations. Here we are having two equations. 3x minus 4y is equal to 11 and 7x minus 5y is equal to 4. So let's multiply. We are going to make the coefficients of y same. So we will be multiplying the first equation with 5 and the second equation with 4. Okay. So multiplying it with 5 and here multiplying it with 4, we will be getting 15x minus 20y is equal to 55, and here 28x minus 20y is equal to 60. On subtracting, what happened? 15x minus 28x, 28 minus 15 is equal to 13, right? That is 13x, then plus 20 minus 20, it is 0, then 55 minus 60. It's 39. So we will be getting 13x is equal to 39 minus 13x. So it is 15x minus 28x, isn't it? That means it will be minus 13x. Minus 13x is equal to 39. X is equal to 39 by minus 13, which will be minus 3. So we are getting x is equal to minus 3. What about y? We could substitute in any of this equation. So 3 into minus 3 minus 4y is equal to 11. That means minus 9 minus 4y is equal to 11. Minus 4y is equal to 11 plus 9, which is equal to 20, right? Minus 4y is equal to 20. Y is equal to 20 by minus 4. It will be minus 5. So x is equal to minus 3. Y is equal to minus 5 are the solution for this equation, or the values of x is minus, the value of x is minus 3, that of y is minus 5. Okay, clear? Moving on to the next question. In the given figure, ABC are points on OP, OQ, OR respectively such that AB is parallel to PQ, AC is parallel to PR. Show that BC is parallel to QR. Okay. So here ABC are points on OP, OQ and OR respectively. It is given that this AB is parallel to PQ and AC is parallel to PR. We need to prove BC is parallel to QR. Okay. So considering the triangle, let's consider this triangle. In the triangle POQ, it is given that AB is parallel to PQ, right? Then using BPT, basic proportionality theorem, we could say that OA by AP is equal to OA by OP is equal to OB by BQ. OB by BQ. Similarly, in the other triangle, here in the triangle POR, it is given that this AC is parallel to PR, isn't it? AC is parallel to PR. So again, using the BPT, basic proportionality theorem, we could say that AO by AP is equal to OC by OR, isn't it? That is OA by OP is equal to OA by AP is equal to OC by OR. This is the second equation and let it be the first equation. Okay. Now we need to prove this BC is parallel to QR, isn't it? So for that we will consider the triangle OQR. In that triangle, from 1 and 2 we are getting OC is equal to OC by OR is equal to OQ by OC by QR. OC by QR is equal to OB by BQ. Why? Because on comparing these two equations, LHS are same, isn't it? OA by AP. OA by AP is equal to OB by BQ is the first equation. Second equation, OA by AP is equal to OC by QR. So on comparing, we will be getting OB by BQ is equal to OC by QR, isn't it? In this triangle, we are getting OB by BQ is equal to OC by CR, which means here we could use the converse of BPT, isn't it? That means here a line is dividing any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, then that line is parallel to the third side. That is the converse of BPT, isn't it? Which means we could say that BC is parallel to QR. Clear? So here we have used the converse of BPT to prove that BC is parallel to QR. Okay? Moving on to the next question. Prove that the tangents drawn at the ends of a diameter of a circle are parallel. Okay? So let's consider a circle with center O. And we are considering a diameter AB passing through the center O. There we will consider two tangents PQ, RS. Okay, PQ. So PQ is a tangent with A as the point of contact and RS is another tangent with B as the point of contact. So here we are considering a circle with center O, AB being the diameter, where A is becoming a point of contact for the line segment PQ. That means for PQ as a tangent, A is the point of contact, and for RS, which is a tangent where B is the point of contact. Here what we need to prove? We need to prove that this PQ is parallel to RS, isn't it? We need to prove that PQ is parallel to RS according to our figure. Okay, so let's start. Here we already know that the angle, that means the angle made by any tangent is perpendicular to the point of contact, isn't it? So here, even though here A is the point of contact, isn't it? That means angle OAP is equal to 90 degree, isn't it? Angle OAP is equal to 90 degree. That means why? Because OA is perpendicular to PQ. So our tangent through the point of contact is perpendicular to the radius through it, isn't it? Similarly, here OB is perpendicular to RS. That is angle OBS is equal to 90 degree, isn't it? This is 90 degree and this is 90 degree. Okay. So, why? The same reason. OB is a radius and that is passing through the point of contact. That means that radius will be perpendicular to the point of contact. Okay. So, OB is perpendicular to RS. From this, from 1 and 2, what we could conclude? Like OAP is equal to OBS is equal to 90 degree. Let it be there. PQ, for PQ and RS, AB is a transversal, isn't it? For the lines PQ and RS, AB is a transversal. Here, we are getting the alternate interior angles are equal, right? For the lines PQ and RS, AB is a transversal. From 1 and 2, we are getting angle OAP is equal to angle OBS is equal to 90 degree, which means alternate interior angles are equal. Alternate interior angles are equal means then we could say that the lines are parallel, isn't it? Which means we could conclude that PQ is parallel to RS. Okay. So, we have proved that the tangents drawn at the end of the diameter are parallel to each other. Okay. Clear? Moving on to the next part. 24th question. Find the area of the shaded region in the figure where arcs drawn with centers A, B, C and D intersect in pairs at midpoints PQ, R and S of the sides AB, BC, CD and DA respectively of a square ABCD of side 12 cm. Use pi is equal to 3.14. So, it is specified that we need to use pi is equal to 3.14. Here, we need to find out the area of this shaded portion. How we could find out the area of the shaded portion? Area of this shaded portion is equal to area of the square minus area of these 4 sectors, isn't it? Area of this shaded portion is equal to area of the square minus area of this 4 sectors, correct? Area of the shaded region is equal to area of square minus area of 4 sectors. What is area of a square? Here it is given that the side of the square is 12 centimeter, right? So, area of square is equal to side square, which is equal to 144, isn't it? So, here we are getting area of square is equal to 144 centimeter square, right? Then, what are the, we need to find out the area of 4 sectors. What about the area of one sector? Let's consider area of one sector. Area of a sector is equal to theta by 360 degree into pi r square, isn't it? So, what about the theta? What is the value of theta? Since it is a square, we could consider each sector as a quadrant, isn't it? That means the theta is 90 degree. So, this will be 90 by 360 degree into pi is pi we should use 3.14. What about the radius? Here AP is the radius, isn't it? It is given that P is the midpoint of side AB. P is the midpoint of side AB means it will be AB is 12, P midpoint means AP will be 6, isn't it? So, the radius is 6. We are getting r square. So, 6 into 6, 36 they will be getting. 0, 0 will be cancelled. 6, 6 are 36. Now, we need to multiply 314 into 9. 2826. 2826, 2 decimal points. So, 2826 centimeters square. This is the area of one sector. How many such sectors are there? Since Q, R, S are all the midpoints of the sides, we could, the value remains the same, isn't it? Here also it is 6 centimeter, here also it is 6 and theta remains the same value, that is 90 degree. So, we need to multiply the value of one sector with 4. Why? Because the area of the shaded region is equal to area of square minus area of 4 sectors. That means we will be multiplying 2826 times 4. It is, so area of 4 sectors is equal to 113.04 centimeter square, area of 4 sectors. Here, area of one sector is equal to 28.26 centimeter square. Therefore, area of 4 sector is equal to 113.04 centimeter square. Okay. So, area of the shaded region is equal to 144 minus 113.04. That means this is equal to 30.96, isn't it? 30.96 centimeter square is the area of the shaded region. Okay, clear? So, moving on to the next question. Here we are having a choice question or question. What will be the perimeter of a quadrant of a circle of radius r? Here they are asking what is the perimeter of a quadrant of a circle with the radius r. So, let's consider a quadrant with radius r. Quadrant means theta is equal to 90 degree, isn't it? We need to find out the perimeter of the quadrant. Perimeter means the length of the arc plus 2 times the radius, isn't it? Perimeter means we need to consider the length of the arc plus 2 times the radius. This radius plus this radius. So, perimeter is equal to length of the arc or length of the sector, isn't it? Length of the sector plus 2 times the radius, which means what is the length of the sector? Theta by 360 degree into 2 pi r plus 2r. Theta it is 90, 90 by 360 it is 1 by 4, 1 by 4 into 2 pi r plus 2r, that is pi r by 2 plus 2r will be the perimeter. It is in units, right? Yeah. So, pi r by 2 plus 2r will be the perimeter of the quadrant with radius small r. Okay? Clear? Easy question. Now, if m sin theta plus n cos theta is equal to p and m cos theta minus n sin theta is equal to q, prove that m square plus n square is equal to p square plus q square. What is given? Value of p is equal to m sin theta plus n cos theta and value of q is equal to m cos theta minus n sin theta. Okay. So, here we need to prove that m square plus n square is equal to p square plus q square. So, let's find out what is p square and q square. P square will be m sin theta plus m cos theta the whole square, n cos theta the whole square, which means a plus b the whole square format, that is m square sin square theta plus, that is a square, plus b square means it is n square cos square theta plus 2ab, that is 2 times m sin theta n cos theta. Okay. What about q square? Q square will be m cos theta minus n sin theta the whole square. M sin theta, m cos theta minus n sin theta the whole square. This is of the form a minus b the whole square. A minus b the whole square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. So, it is m cos theta the whole square means it is m square cos square theta plus n, b square means it is n sin theta the whole square, that is n square sin square theta minus 2ab, that is 2 m cos theta n sin theta. Okay. So, let's add p square plus q square. P square plus q square is equal to m square sin square theta plus n square cos square theta plus 2 m sin theta n cos theta plus q square is m square cos square theta plus n square sin square theta minus 2 m cos theta n sin theta. So, here these two values are same, isn't it? 2m n sin theta cos theta. Here also 2m n sin theta cos theta. So, it will be eliminated, which means we will be getting m square sin square theta plus n square cos square theta plus m square cos square theta plus n square sin square theta. That means taking, let's simplify these two terms, m square n square cos theta and m square cos square theta. There, taking m square common outside, we will be getting sin square theta plus cos square theta, and on taking n square from these two terms, we will be getting n square times cos square theta plus sin square theta. What is sin square theta plus cos square theta? It is 1. That means m into 1, that is m, not m square into 1 plus n square into 1. Right? So, we have started from RHS, then we have reached the LHS, isn't it? That is, now we are getting p square plus q square is equal to m square plus n square. Okay. So, here we have started from the RHS and we reached the LHS through this method. Okay. Clear? Moving on to the next question. Or question, prove that sine raised to 4 theta plus cos raised to 4 theta is equal to 1 minus 2 sine square theta cos square theta is equal to 1. Okay. So here we are having sine raised to 4 theta plus cos raised to 4 theta divided by 1 minus 2 sine square theta cos square theta. We need to prove this is equal to 1. So let's simplify the numerator along. So numerator is sine raised to 4 theta plus cos raised to 4 theta. This could be written in the format sine square theta the whole square plus cos square theta the whole square. Isn't it? Let's see. What is a plus b the whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. Isn't it? From this we could write a square plus b square is equal to a plus b the whole square minus 2ab, isn't it? A square plus b square is equal to a plus b the whole square minus 2ab. So similarly, we could write, this is of the format a square plus b square. So a square plus b square is equal to a plus b the whole square minus 2ab. That means here our a is sine square theta and b is cos square theta. That means a plus b means it is sine square theta plus cos square theta the whole square minus 2 into AB. A is sine square theta cos square theta. What is sine square theta plus cos square theta? It is 1. So 1 the whole square is 1. 1 minus 2 sine square theta cos square theta. Isn't it? Now we are getting the numerator in the format 1 minus 2 sine square theta cos square theta. Okay. So here writing the question as it is sine raised to 4 theta plus cos raised to 4 theta divided by 1 minus 2 sine square theta cos square theta. We have solved sine raised to 4 theta plus cos raised to 4 theta as 1 minus 2 sine square theta cos square theta. Okay. Divided by 1 minus 2 sine square theta cos square theta. Numerator and denominator is same. That means we will be getting the value as 1. Okay. Clear? Easy question. Right. Next question. Section C, 26th question. If it is given that root 5 is irrational, then prove that 2 plus root 5 plus 5 is irrational. Okay. So here we will use the contradiction method. It is given that root 5 is irrational, right? So using contradiction, we need to prove that 2 root 5 plus 5 is irrational. Let's take the contradiction of it. So we will assume that 2 root 5 plus 5 is rational, which means this could be written in the format of a by b, isn't it? 2 root 5 plus 5 is equal to a by b, where a and b are integers and coprime are integers and coprime. Okay, that means 2 root 5 is equal to a by b minus 5, isn't it? Here root 5 is equal to a by 2b minus 5 by 2. That means we could take a minus 5b by 2b, isn't it? A minus 5b by 2b. We are getting root 5 is equal to a minus 5b by 2b. It is already given that root 5 is irrational, right? So LHS is irrational, but what about RHS? A and B are integers, isn't it? A and B are integers, so the right hand side is a rational. Irrational equal to rational. Is it possible? No. Given root 5 is irrational, now we are getting that irrational is equal to rational. Is that possible? No, it is not possible, right? It is not possible. Why? Root 5 is irrational given a and b are integers where they are coprime too. That means our RHS is rational and LHS it is given that it is irrational. That means irrational equal to rational. Is that possible? No, it is not possible. That means this contradicts our assumption, right? This contradicts our assumption. What was our assumption? Our assumption was 2 root 5 plus 5 is rational. Our assumption was 2 root 5 plus 5 is rational. That means this contradicts our assumption, which means 2 root 5 plus 5 is irrational. Okay? This is how we will be proving this question. Clear? So, shall we move on to the next question? 27th question. If one zero of the polynomial a square plus 9x square plus 13x plus 6a is reciprocal of the other, then find the value of a. Here we are having a polynomial a square plus 9x square plus 13x plus 6a. It is given that 1, 0 is the reciprocal of the other. Let alpha be the root of the polynomial, then the other root will be 1 by alpha, isn't it? 1, 0 is the reciprocal of the other. So, we are taking alpha as one of the 0 of the polynomial, then the other 0 will be 1 by alpha. What are the things we know? Sum of roots is equal to minus b by a and the product of root is equal to c by a. So, on comparing this polynomial, what is our a? That means the coefficient of x square. Coefficient of x square is a square plus 9. Then, what is b? It is the coefficient of x, that is 13. What is c? It is coefficient, the constant term, not the coefficient, it is the constant term, that is 6a. Okay. So, here alpha into 1 by alpha is equal to c by a means 1 is equal to c by a. Right? So, we could use this, okay, 1 is equal to c by a. That means 1 is equal to c is 6, a is a square plus 9. That means a square plus 9 is equal to 6a. That means a square minus 6a is equal to minus 6a plus 9 is equal to 0. We are having a quadratic equation. We could use the quadratic formula. That means a is equal to, the value of a will be minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So, here what are the values of b? For this, a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 6, c is equal to 9, isn't it? That means a is equal to minus of minus 6. That means minus of minus 6 plus or minus root of b is minus 6 the whole square, b square minus 4ac, 4 into a is 1, c is 9, divided by b square minus 4ac by 2a, a is 1. That means 6 plus or minus root of 6 square is 36, 36 minus 9 times 4 is 36 divided by 2. That is 6 plus or minus 0 by 2, that is 6 by 2. We are getting the value of a is equal to 3. Okay? Easy question. What we have done? We know that product of root is equal to c by a since the roots are reciprocal to each other. We are taking alpha as one of the root, then the other root will be 1 by alpha. Taking the product, we will be getting 1 is equal to c by a. Substituting the value there, we are getting a is equal to 3. Okay? Clear? Moving on to the next question. 28th question. A and B are 2 points 150 km apart on a highway. Two cars start with different speeds from A and B at the same time. If they move in the same direction, they meet in 15 hours. But if they move in the opposite direction, they meet in 1 hour. Find their speed. Okay. So, here let's consider two cars. Let the car be A. Car A starting from point A, and there is a car B which is at point B. Okay. So, these points are 150 km apart. Okay. So, the speed of car A is equal to, let it be x km per hour. So, we are taking the car at point A as car A. Its speed is x km per hour, and that of car at point B be car B, and its speed will be y km per hour. Okay. We are taking the speed of car at A as x km per hour and that of B at y km per hour. Now, let's understand the scenario. Point A, point B, okay. The car starting from A, okay, it is traveling in the same direction. A and B are traveling in the same direction. They will meet at a point after 15 hours, isn't it? They will meet at a point after 15 hours. Now, what about the distance it traveled? Distance traveled by car A minus the distance traveled by car B will be 150 kilometer, isn't it? The distance traveled by the car in 15 hours minus the distance traveled by car B in 15 hours will be this distance, which will be 150 kilometer, right? Are you getting the point? That means we are considering the first scenario. That means both the cars are moving in same direction. So, the distance traveled by car A in 15 hours minus the distance traveled by car B in 15 hours will be, its difference will be 150 kilometer. That means the distance between these 2 points, okay? That means the distance covered by car A in 15 hours minus distance covered by car B in 15 hours will be 150 kilometer. How we will find out the distance covered by the car in 15 hours? We know that speed is equal to distance by time, right? That means distance is equal to speed into time. Distance is equal to speed into time. So, here we are having speed of car A is x kilometer per hour and the time is 15 hours, isn't it? That means the distance covered by car A in 15 hours will be x times 15, that is 15x, minus that of car B. Here the speed of car B is 15 kilometer per hour and the time is 15 hours. So, it will be 15y is equal to 150 kilometer. Taking 15 is a common factor. So, x minus y is equal to 10. This is our first equation, okay? X minus y is equal to 10 is our first equation. This is the first scenario, okay? Analyzing the second scenario, what they are telling? Point A and B, okay? The car are moving in the opposite direction and in 1 hour they will meet at a point, okay? In 1 hour they will meet at a point. That means the distance traveled by car in 1 hour plus the distance traveled by car B in 1 hour is equal to the distance between these 2 points, that is 150 kilometer, right? Here the distance traveled by the car in 1 hour plus the distance traveled by the car B in 1 hour is equal to the total distance between them, isn't it? This is the scenario. So, here distance covered by car A in 1 hour minus, it's not minus, it's plus, isn't it? Because the distance covered by car A in 1 hour plus the distance covered by car B in 1 hour is equal to this 150 kilometer. So, it is plus distance covered by car B in 1 hour is equal to 150 kilometer. What is the distance covered by car A in 1 hour? Distance is equal to speed into time. The speed of car A is x kilometer per hour. So, into 1 hour. So, it is x. X plus y is equal to 150. This is what we are getting, right? X plus y is equal to 150. This is our second equation. Okay. So, here we are having equations in 2 variables. Linear equations in 2 variables, isn't it? Let's solve it. Okay, so the first equation is x minus y is equal to 10. Second equation is x plus y is equal to 150. On subtracting, on adding, we will be getting 2x is equal to minus y plus y is 0. 10 plus 150 is 160. That is x is equal to 160 by 2, that is 80. X is speed of the car travel from point A. Right, that is x kilometer per hour. Speed of the car started from point A is 80 kilometer per hour. What about the speed of the car started from B? It will be, substituting the value in this equation, 80 minus y is equal to 10. That is, minus y is equal to 10 minus 80 minus y is equal to minus 70. That is, y is equal to 70 kilometer per hour. Right? 70 kilometer per hour. Okay. So, here we are getting the speed of the car started from point A is 80 kilometer per hour and the speed of car started from point B is 70 kilometer per hour. Okay. Clear? So, moving on to the OR question. X by A plus y by B is equal to A plus B and x by A square plus y by B square is equal to 2. A comma B not equal to 0. We need to solve for x and y. That means we need to find out the value of x and y. Here we are having two equations. X by A plus y by B is equal to A plus B. Then x by A square plus y by B square is equal to 2. So here we could make the coefficient of x as same. So here the coefficient of x is 1 by a and in the second equation the coefficient of x is 1 by a square. So let's multiply the first equation with 1 by a. Okay. So multiplying this equation with 1 by a, what we will be getting? We will be getting x by a into 1 by a. That means it is x by a square. Then y by b into 1 by a. That means y by b and a. That means y by ab is equal to a plus b divided by a. Okay. Now we will rewrite the second equation as it is. That is x by a square plus y by b square is equal to 2. On subtracting, what we will be getting? Minus, 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 right? X square by a square minus x by a square is cancelled. Then here y by ab minus y by b square is equal to a plus b by a minus 2. Isn't it? Right? So, on solving, now we are having y by ab minus y by b square is equal to a plus b by a minus 2. So, let's take y common outside, or taking the LCM, what we will be getting? AB and b square. The LCM will be AB square, isn't it? So, LCM will be AB square. So, AB square by AB is B. So, YB minus YA is equal to A plus B by A minus 2, right? Taking y common outside, we will be getting B minus A by AB square is equal to A plus B by A minus 2, right? That means we are getting y times B minus A by AB square is equal to, splitting this denominator, A by A will be 1 plus B by A will be B by A as it is minus 2. What is 1 minus 2? It is minus 1, isn't it? So, this equation becomes y times b minus a divided by ab square is equal to 1 minus 2 is minus 1, that is b minus a minus 1, which means y times b minus a by ab square is equal to, taking the LCM, it will be b minus a by a, isn't it? So, here also in the numerator there is a b minus a and there also there is a, like on the RHS also there is a b minus a. That means we are getting a y by ab square is equal to 1 by a, right? That means y is equal to a b square by a, which means we are getting y is equal to b square, right? We are getting y is equal to b square. Then what is the value of x? Here, substituting y is equal to b square in this equation, we are getting x by a square. The equation is y by b square is equal to 2. Substituting y is equal to b square, we will be getting x by a square plus b square by b square is equal to 2. That is x by a square is equal to b square by b square is 1. Taking that 1 to the other side, it will be 2 minus 1. What is 2 minus 1? It is 1, which means x is equal to a square. Right? So, we are getting x is equal to a square and y is equal to b square. Clear? So, shall we move on to the next question? 29th question. With the help of the following figure, find the value of sec square theta plus tan square theta, and the second sub question, cosec square theta minus cot square theta. Here we are having a triangle ABC, right angle at B. AC is equal to 25 centimeter given, CB is equal to 24 centimeter given, and angle CACB is theta. Okay. So, here we need to find out first sub question sec square theta plus tan square theta, and the other question is sec square theta minus cot square theta, the value for each. Here, how we will find out AB? AB is equal to, AB square is equal to AC square, hypotenuse square minus B square, that is BC square. That is 25 square minus 24 square. 25 square 625, 625 minus 576, which will be 49, right? That means AB square is 49, which means AB will be 7 centimeter, right? Square root of 49, which will be 7 centimeter. These are the values we are having, okay? Now, we will find out sec square theta and tan square theta. Sec theta is equal to, what is sec theta? It is 1 by cos, right? That means it is hypotenuse by adjacent side, isn't it? This is equal to hypotenuse by adjacent side. What is hypotenuse? What is the value of hypotenuse? It is 25, and adjacent side with respect to theta, the adjacent side is 24. That means sec square theta will be 25 square by 24 square, isn't it? 25 by 24 the whole square, or 25 square by 24 square. And what about tan? Tan is equal to, tan theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent side, isn't it? So, with respect to theta, which is the opposite side? It is 7. So, it is 7 by 24. Tan square theta will be, it will plus, right? So, it will be 7 square by 24 square. Denominators are same, right? So, we could add the numerators. It will be 25 square plus 7 square divided by 24 square. What is 25 square? It is 625. 625 plus 49 divided by 24 square is 576. What is 625 plus 49? It will be 674 by 576, isn't it? 576. So, both are multiples of 2. It's 3 and again 3. It's 14 means it is 8, right? No, 7. 337 divided by its 2. Then 16, it's 8 and 8, right? So, it is 337 by 288. So, we are getting sec square theta plus tan square theta is equal to 337 by 288. Okay, so we have done with the first sub question. Now, moving on to the second sub question. Here we need to find out what is cos square theta minus cosec square theta minus cot square theta. Cosec means it is 1 by sine. That means it will be hypotenuse by opposite side, right? Cosec is equal to, cosec theta is equal to hypotenuse by opposite side. Hypotenuse is 25, opposite side. With respect to theta, the opposite side is 7, isn't it? And what about cot? Cot is equal to, cot theta is equal to adjacent side by opposite side. With respect to theta, the adjacent side is 24 and the opposite side is 7. Okay. So, cosec square theta means it is 25 by 7 the whole square, or 25 square by 7 square minus cot square theta is equal to 24 by 7 the whole square, or 24 square by 7 square. That is taking 7 square common. 25 square minus 24 square. What is 25 square? It is 625 minus 24 square is 576 divided by 7 square, which is 49. What is 625 minus 576? It's 49 by 49, which is equal to 1. That means we are getting cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. Okay? Clear? So, moving on to the next question, question number 30. In the given figure, two circles touch each other at the point C. Prove that the common tangent to the circles at C bisect the common tangent at P and Q. Okay, that means here we are having two circles with center A and B. PQ is a tangent for circle with center A and B, and C is a common tangent for these two circles. We need to prove that this PT is equal to TQ, right? That means the common tangent bisect the P and Q. Okay, that means we need to prove PT is equal to TQ. This is what we need to prove. Okay, TQ. So let's consider with respect to T. Okay, with respect to T, for the circle with center A, T is an external point, then TP is equal to TC, isn't it? TP is equal to TC. Why? Because tangents from an external point is equal in length, isn't it? That means TP is equal to TC. Similarly, with respect to T, for the circle with center B, T is an external point, then TQ and TC are two tangents, which means their length will be equal, isn't it? TQ is equal to TC. This is for circle with center A, and this is for with the circle with center B. Okay. With respect to T, for both the circle, T is an external point. That means TP and TC are tangent. That means the length of those two tangents will be equal. Similarly, with respect to B, TQ and TC are tangents from an external point T. That means those two lengths will be equal. Okay. So, from these two things, what we could write? From 1 and 2. From 1 and 2, we could conclude that both the RHS are same, isn't it? TP is equal to TQ, isn't it? TP is equal to TQ. TP is equal to TQ means what we could conclude, the common tangent to the circle at C bisect P and Q, isn't it? That means this tangent, CT is the tangent, and that tangent bisect this PQ. Okay? So, hence the proof. Clear? TP is equal to TQ. Yeah. Or question, in the figure, PA and PB are tangents to a circle from an external point P such that PA is equal to 4 cm, angle BAC is equal to 135 degree. Find the length of the chord AB. Okay, so it is given that P is an external point, PA and PB are two tangents, angle BAC. This angle is equal to 135 degree. Okay, BAC is equal to 135 degree. PA is equal to 4 cm. We need to find out what is AB, right? We need to find out what is the length of the chord AB. So, since P is an external point, what we could say? PA is equal to PB, right? The length of tangent from an external point are equal. That means PA is equal to PB, which will be equal to 4 cm. That means PA is equal to PB means this is an isosceles triangle, isn't it? Which means triangle PAB is an isosceles triangle. That means angles opposite to equal side will be equal, isn't it? Angles opposite to the equal side will be equal. So, angle PAB will be equal to angle PBA, isn't it? Which means angle PAB will be equal to angle PBA. Using angle sum property, first of all, we can find out what is PAB. How? Because this total is 180 degree. So, 180 minus 135, it will be 45 degree over here, right? That means this will be equal to, if PAB is equal to 45 degree, then PBA will be also equal to 45 degree. PAB is equal to 45 degree. Why? Using linear pair, right? Linear pair. How? Because angle PAB plus angle BAC is equal to 180 degree. It is given that this is equal to 135 degree, right? That means angle PAB will be equal to 45 degree. Now we are getting angle PAB is equal to 45 degree, which will be also equal to angle PBA, right? PBA will be also equal to 45 degree. Now, using angle sum property, what we could conclude? So we are getting this is equal to 45 degree over here. Okay. Then using angle sum property in triangle PAB, using angle sum property, angle PAB plus angle PBA plus angle APB is equal to 180 degree, angle sum property of the triangle. These two are 45 each, that is this is equal to 90 degree plus angle APB is equal to 180 degree. That means angle APB is equal to 180 minus 90, which is equal to 90 degree. That means here we are getting this a 90 degree, or this angle as a right angle triangle, which means triangle PAB is a right angle triangle, right? It is a right triangle. There we could use the Pythagoras theorem, isn't it? So here we will be using the Pythagoras theorem. That means in triangle PAB, we could conclude using the Pythagoras theorem, which is the hypotenuse, the side opposite to the 90 degree. So APB is 90 degree. So the side opposite to angle P is the hypotenuse. That is AB is the hypotenuse. AB square is equal to PA square plus PB square, isn't it? We already know that PA is equal to 4 centimeter, which will be also equal to PB. So 4 square plus 4 square, 16 plus 16 is AB square, isn't it? Which means AB is equal to root of 2 times 16. 16 plus 16 is 2 times 16. Root 16 is 4, which will be equal to 4 root 2 centimeter, isn't it? We are getting AB is equal to 4 root 2 centimeter. What is AB? AB is the length of the chord. Okay, so it's very easy. We have used the linear pair to find out the value of angle PAB. Angle PAB is equal to angle PBA. Why? Because tangents from an external point are of equal length. Then using angle sum property, we find out that this is a right angle triangle. Then we use the Pythagoras theorem to find out the length of the hypotenuse. Okay, clear? Moving on to the next question. Two dice are thrown at the same time. Determine the probability that the difference of the numbers on the two dice is 2. Okay, so what are the outcomes when two dice are thrown? 1, 1 is a possibility. Then 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, right? Then 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5, 3, 6, 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 4, 6, 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 5 and 5, 6. The last row 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, 6. This is the total outcomes, isn't it? These are the total outcomes. They are asking what is the probability that the difference of the numbers on the two dice is 2. So let's find out. Here the difference is 0. 2, 1 difference is 1. 3, 1 is a possibility. Then 4, 1 no, 5, 1 no, 6, 1 that's not a possibility. In this case 2, 1 the difference is 1. 2, 2 difference is 0. 2, 3 difference is 1. Then 2, 4 difference is 2. Isn't it? Then 2, 5 difference is 3. 2, 6 difference is 4. 3, 1 the difference is 2. Then 3, 2 it is 1. 3, 3, 0. 3, 4, 1. Here difference is 2. 3, 5 is difference is 2. And 3, 6 is 3, 6 the difference is 3. 4, 1 the difference is 3. 4, 2 difference is 2. 4, 3 difference is 1. Here it is 0, 1 and here it is 2, right? Here 5, 1 the difference is 4, 5, 2 difference is 3, 5, 3 the difference is 2, 5, 4 difference is 1, 5, 1, 5 and 5 is 0, 5 and 6 it is 1, 6, 1 difference is 5, 6, 2 difference is 4, 6, 3 difference is 3, 6, 4 difference is 2, 6, 5 difference is 1, 6, 6 difference is 0, okay? So here probability of getting probability that the difference is 2, right? The difference of numbers on 2 dice. On 2 dice is 2. What is the probability? It is favorable outcome by total number of outcome. How many favorable outcomes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So it is 8 divided by, what is the total number of outcome? It is 36, right? So 8 upon 36 means both are multiples of 4. So it will be 2, 9, right? 2 upon 9 is the probability of getting the difference of numbers on 2 dice, 2, okay? Clear? I hope this question is clear. So moving on to the next session. 32. Find the value of k for which the pair of linear equations have infinitely many solutions. The equation is 2x plus 3y is equal to 7 and k plus 1 times x plus 2k minus 1 times y is equal to 4k plus 1. Here it is given that these two pair of equations have infinitely many solutions. Infinitely many solutions means these two lines are coinciding lines, isn't it? Which means what is the relation between the coefficients of x and y? It will be a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2, isn't it? That means if the pair of equations are of the form a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus C2 is equal to 0, then if those two lines are coinciding lines, their coefficients will be, ratio of the coefficients will be equal, which means A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2, okay? So here, let's rewrite this equation in the standard form. It becomes 2x plus 3y minus 7 is equal to 0 and k plus 1 times x plus 2k minus 1 times y minus 4k plus 1 is equal to 0, right? Then a1 by a2 means that we need to consider the ratios of x, okay? Coefficients of x, ratio of the coefficients of x, which means 2 by k plus 1 is equal to 3 by 2k minus 1 is equal to minus 7 upon minus of 4k plus 1, okay? Minus and minus will be cancelled. Now, we need to find out the value of k, okay? So, let's solve this. Here, 2 upon k plus 1 is equal to 3 upon 2k minus 1. On cross multiplying, 2 times 2k minus 1 is equal to 3 times k plus 1. Opening the bracket, 4k minus 2. 2 times 2k is 4k. 2 times minus 1 is minus 2 is equal to 3k plus 3 times 1 is 3. That means taking k to the one side and constant to the other side. 4k minus 3k is equal to 3 plus 2, which means 4k minus 3k is k. K is equal to 3 plus 2 is 5. What is the value of k we are getting? We are getting k is equal to 5. Okay. So here, if the pair of linear equations having infinitely many solutions mean those are coinciding line, which means what is the ratio of their coefficients? It will be a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. Using this relation, we have solved the equation and we find out the value of k as 5. Okay. Clear? Moving on to the next question. 33. A solid toy is in the form of a hemisphere surmounted by a right circular cone. The height of the cone is 4 cm and the diameter of the base is 8 cm. We need to determine the volume of toy and 2 more sub-questions are there. If a cube circumscribes the toy, then find the difference of the volumes of the cube and toy. And the third sub-question, also find the total surface area of the toy. So, for this question, we are having 3 sub-questions, okay. So, on analyzing it, there is a solid toy with an hemisphere and a cone is surmounted on a hemisphere, right? Dimensions are given. What are the dimensions? The height of the cone is 4 cm. The height of the cone is 4 cm. Okay. And the diameter of the base is 8 cm, which means the radius will be 4, isn't it? Diameter 8 means the radius will be 4. That is, the cone is having, regarding the cone, the height is 4 cm and radius is also 4 cm. What about hemisphere? With respect to hemisphere, what is the radius? Radius will be the same radius as that of the cone, isn't it? Which will be 4 centimeter itself, right? 4 centimeter. Okay, we need to find out the volume of the toy. Volume of the toy is equal to volume of the cone plus volume of the hemisphere. That means volume of toy is equal to volume of cone plus volume of hemisphere, which is equal to volume of cone is equal to 1 by 3 pi r square h plus volume of hemisphere is equal to 2 by 3 pi r cube. We could take 1 by 3 pi outside, isn't it? Since radius remains the same, we could also take r square outside, isn't it? Which means we could take pi by 3 r square common outside, pi by 3 r square common outside, then remaining it will be h plus 2r, isn't it? Here we are able to take common r outside. Why? Because the radius remains the same. That is the reason, okay? On solving it, we will be getting 22 by 7 times r square, it is 4 times 4 times h is equal to height of the cone is equal to, h means it is the height of the cone, which is equal to 4 plus 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 4 plus 8 is 12, right? So, and here pi by 3 is there. That means there is a 3 here. On solving it, we will be getting 22 times 4 times 4 times 4. 4 cube is 64. 22 times 64 divided by 7. So, it is 64 times 22. 1408 divided by 7. So, 2 times 40, 0, bringing the 0 down, then 8, 1 time, so 7, decimal 10, it's 1 times 7, 3, 30 means we could go with 4, right? So, it is 201.14, okay? So, we are getting the volume of toy as 201.14 centimeter cube. Clear? Okay. So, shall we move on to the second sub question? That is, if a cube circumscribes a toy, then find the difference of the volumes of the cube and the toy. Okay. So, here hemisphere, that toy is circumscribed by a cube. That means we need to find out the difference in the volume of cube and that of the toy. We know that I mentioned what is the height of the cone. Height of the cone is 4 and the radius of the hemisphere is 4. What about the side of the cube? The side of the cube means it is the height of the cone plus the height or the radius of the hemisphere. That means 4 plus 4, it will be 8. 8 will be the side of the cube. Okay. So, the difference in the volume means volume of cube minus volume of toy. Volume of cube is equal to side cube, isn't it? Volume of cube is equal to side cube. What is the measurement of the side? It is 8. 8 cube. That is 64 times 8. Five one two centimeter cube. Okay. So, the difference in volume is equal to volume of cube minus volume of toy. And what is volume of cube? It is 512 centimeter cube and that of volume of toy is 201.14. 201.14 centimeter cube. So, 512 minus 201.14. So it's 6, it's 8, 0, 1, 3, 5 minus 2, 310.86. 310.86 centimeter cube is the volume or the difference in the volume of cube that of toy. Okay. And the third sub question, we need to find out the total surface area of the toy. We need to find out the total surface area of the toy. So there we will consider the toy alone. Okay. So the total surface area of toy is equal to curved surface area of the cone plus curved surface area of the hemisphere, isn't it? We need to find out the total surface area of toy. That means it is a curved surface area of cone plus curved surface area of hemisphere. What curved surface area of cone plus curved surface area of hemisphere. Now, what is curved surface area of cone? Curved surface area of cone is equal to pi RL. What about the curved surface area of hemisphere? That will be 2 by 3 pi R square, right? No, it is 2 pi R square, isn't it? 2 pi R square. Curved surface, total surface area of sphere is 4 pi R square. So, half of it is 2 pi R square, okay? Then, we need to find out here the radius of cone is 4 centimeter, but slant height is not there. We are having only the height, not the slant height. What about the radius of the hemisphere? It is 4 centimeter. Now, how we will find out the slant height where height and radius is given? We know the relation. What it is? L square is equal to, or square of slant height is equal to sum of squares of height and the radius, isn't it? So, L is equal to root of h square plus r square. What is the value of h and r? It is 4 centimeter. So, 4 square plus 4 square, that means 16 plus 16, isn't it? That is, it is 2 times 16, which means it is 4 root 2, right? It is 4 root 2 centimeter is the value of slant height, okay? So, L is equal to 4 root 2 centimeter. Substituting the value, we could take pi and r common outside. So, taking pi and r common outside, L plus 2r will be remaining. Substituting the value, it is 22 by 7 into radius is 4. Slant height is 4 root 2 plus 2r. It is 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8. Right? Then, nothing to simplify. We need to multiply. So, 4 times root 2 is 1.41, right? So, 1.41 into 4, which will be 460, it is 5.64 plus 8, which is equal to 13.64. So, 22 by 7 into 4 into 13 point, it is 1.41 into 4, yeah, 4, 16, it's 5, yeah, 13.64. Okay, then nothing to simplify. Okay, it is 88 times 13.64. So, it's 21901, 2, it's 3, 10, it's 10, 2, it's 1. Times, so we have multiplied 22 times 3164, right? No, 88 times 3164, which will be 1200.32 divided by 7. 1200.32 divided by 7. So, it's 1 times 7, 550, 7 times 49, 110 means it's 1 times 7, it's 3, So decimal, it's 3, we'll go with 4, that is 28, it's 5, 2, it's 7, 49, right? So it is 171.47. 171.47. What is the unit? Total surface area, right? So it will be 171.47 centimeter square is the total surface area of the toy. Okay, clear? I hope this question is clear. So moving on to the next question. Here we are having one more question or a choice question for 33rd question. So moving on to that question. A building is in the form of a cylinder surmounted by a hemispherical dome. The base diameter of the dome is equal to 2/3 of the total height of the building. Find the height of the building if it contains 67 1/21 meter cube of air. Here there is a cylindrical dome surmounded by cylindrical building surmounded by a hemispherical dome over it. The relation given is the diameter of the dome is equal to 2/3 of the height of the building, okay? And find the height of the building if it contains 67 1/21 meter cube of air. That means the volume of that building is given, okay? Here we need to find out the height of the building. Height of the building is taken as capital H. So let's find out the relation between the radius, height of the building, height of the cylinder and all, okay? Okay, so let capital H be the height of the building. Okay, we need to find out the value of capital H. Okay, then it is given that the base diameter of the dome is equal to 2/3 the total height of the building. Okay, so diameter of the hemisphere or dome, the diameter of dome is equal to, or hemisphere is equal to 2/3 the total height of the building. What is the total height of the building? We have taken it as capital H, right? Then what will be the radius of it? Radius of the hemisphere will be, half of the diameter, right? That means 2/3h, and half of it means 2/3h into taking the reciprocal of the denominator and multiplying with the value, right? It will be 1/3h, okay? So the radius of the hemisphere is equal to 1/3 of the height of the building, okay? Now, what is the radius of the cylinder part? Radius of the cylinder part will be equal to the radius of the hemisphere itself or the dome itself, right? So, radius of the cylindrical part which will be same as that of the radius of the dome or the hemisphere, that is 1/3 of h. Then what is the height of the cylindrical part? Height of the cylindrical part means height of the building minus height of the hemisphere. What is the height of the hemisphere? That is radius, isn't it? Radius of the hemisphere. So height of the cylindrical part is equal to height of the building minus the radius of the hemisphere, isn't it? So height of the cylindrical part is equal to height of the building minus the radius of the dome. That is 1/3h, sorry, h minus 1/3 of h, which will be 3h minus h divided by 3, which will be 2/3h, right? It will be 2/3h. Yeah. Okay, now we are having all the values required. What is the relation given? The volume of that building is given, right? It is given that if it contains 67 1/21 meter cube of air is there, means the volume of that building is given. We need to equate it with the volume. Okay, volume of this building is equal to volume of cylinder plus volume of hemisphere. That will be equal to 67 1/21 meter cube. Okay. So, volume of cylinder plus volume of hemisphere is equal to volume of the building, right? Volume of the building or volume of air inside the building. Substituting the values, what is volume of cylinder? It is pi r square h plus what is volume of hemisphere? It is 2 by 3 pi r cube, which is equal to volume of the building or the volume of air inside the building, which is 67 1 upon 21. 67 1 upon 21. Here, substituting the value, we need to replace the radius of the cylinder, radius of the height and radius of the hemisphere with these values, okay? So, first, radius of the cylinder. Radius of the cylinder is equal to 1 by 3 capital H and height of the cylinder is equal to 2 by 3 capital H. So, cylinder pi, it is 1 by 3 H capital H the whole square times height of the cylinder is equal to 2 upon 3. Yeah, 2 upon 3 H. 2 upon 3 capital H. 2 upon 3 capital H. Which plus, this is volume of cylinder. Volume of hemisphere is equal to, what is the radius of hemisphere or radius of the dome? That is equal to 1 by 3 H. So, this is equal to 2 by 3 pi 1 by 3 H. The whole cube is equal to 67 1 upon 21. Okay, this is a mixed fraction. We need to convert it into improper fraction there. So, we could take, on simplifying it, what we are getting? It is equal to pi into, here it is h square into h, it will be h cube, isn't it? And 1 into 2, it will be 2 here. And it is 3 square into 3. That means it is 3 cube, isn't it? So, there is a 2 and it is a 3 cube over here. So, h cube by 3 cube, we could write it as h upon 3 the whole cube, isn't it? Okay. Now, here the second part. Here also we are having h upon 3 the whole cube. Okay. And there is a 2 by 3, 2 pi by 3 there. Okay. Here among this we could take that 2 pi, yes, 2 pi common outside. Then h upon 3 the whole cube plus what is remaining? H upon 3 can also be taken outside, right? H upon 3 the whole cube is also taken. 2 pi h upon 3 the whole cube is taken outside. Then the remaining is 1 plus here what is remaining? Pi, 2 pi is taken, 1 upon 3 is remaining, isn't it? Which will be equal to 67 1 upon 21 means it is 67 times 21 plus 1 divided by 21, isn't it? That is equal to 2 pi into h upon 3 the whole cube. Here 3 plus 1, 4 by 3. So, times 4 by 3 is equal to 67 times 21. 7, 6, 14, 37, it's 10. 1407 plus 1, that is 1408. 1408 divided by 21. Okay. So, let's factorize 1408. Sorry, 1408. 1408, it's 2 times. That is 7, 0, 4. Again, it is divisible by 2. 3, 5, 2 divisible by 2. It is 1, 7, 6 divisible by 2. It's 8, 8 divisible by 2. It is 44 divisible by 2. It's 22. It's 2 raised to 6 into 22. Why I am keeping it as 22 means in pi there is a 22 by 7, right? So, pi we could take it as 22 by 7. Here that 22 is in the numerator and on the right side if there is a 22 in the numerator we could cancel it out, okay? So, for that I am replacing this 1408 as 2 raised to 6 into 22, okay? So, it becomes 2 into pi, instead of pi it is 22 by 7 we are putting the value. Then h by 3 the whole cube times 4 by 3 is equal to 1408 can be written as 2 raised to 6 into 22 divided by 21. 21 could be written as 3 times 7, isn't it? Okay. So here 22 will be cancelled. This 3 and 7. 3 and 7 will be cancelled. Then here we are having 2 and 4 could be written as 2 raised to 2, right? That is, we are having 2 times 4 times h upon 3 the whole cube is equal to 2 raised to 6, isn't it? What is 2 times 4? That is equal to 2 cube, isn't it? That means h upon 3 the whole cube is equal to 2 raised to 6 divided by 2 raised to 3. What is 2 raised to 6 divided by 2 raised to 3? It will be 2 raised to 3, isn't it? That means we are having h upon 3 the whole cube is equal to 2 raised to 3. It could be written as h cube is equal to 2 cube into 3 cube, isn't it? 2 cube into 3 cube. That is equal to 6 raised to 3. A raised to m into b raised to m is equal to ab the whole raised to m. So 2 raised to 3 times 3 raised to 3 is equal to 6 raised to 3. We are having h cube is equal to 6 raised to 3. That means we are getting the value of h is equal to 6. Right? We are having the value of h is equal to 6. 6 units, centimeter, like meter is there, isn't it? So it will be 6 meter. The height of the building is equal to 6 meter. H is the height of the building. Here we need to find out the capital H. We have taken H as the capital H as the height of the building. That is, we are getting capital H is equal to 6 meter. Clear? I hope this question is clear. So moving on to the next question. In the given figure, if PQRS is a parallelogram and AB parallel to PS, prove that OC is parallel to SR. Here we are having a question. We need to analyze this figure over here. PQRS is a parallelogram, okay? So PQRS is a parallelogram. It is given that AB is parallel to PS, okay? AB is parallel to PS. We need to prove that OC is parallel to SR. OC is parallel to SR. This is what we need to prove, okay? For that, let's start, okay? Here, what all things are given? Given PQRS is a parallelogram, right? Which means we could say that PS is parallel to QR and PS is equal to QR. Opposite sides are parallel and they are equal for a parallelogram, right? Then, what we need to prove? We need to prove OC is parallel to SR, isn't it? Now, how we can start the proof? Here for that we will consider two sets of triangle. In the first case, we will consider the triangle OPS and the bigger triangle OAB. Okay, we'll be considering two triangles, triangle OPS and triangle OPS and in triangle OAB. There we could say that angle OPS is equal to angle OAB. Why? Since these two lines are parallel, OA will be a transversal for those parallel lines, which means these two angles are corresponding angles, isn't it? Since PS is parallel to AB, it is given, right? Since PS is parallel to AB, that is also given. PS is parallel to AB. Okay, there we could say that angle OPS is equal to angle OAB. Similarly, angle OSP, this angle OSP is equal to angle OBA. Why? Because these two are pair of parallel lines and OB will be a transversal for it, right? So, angle OSP is equal to angle OBA. Why? The reason for these two things are corresponding angles. They form corresponding angles. Thus, using AA similarity, we could say that these two triangles are similar. Triangle OPS is similar to triangle OAB, isn't it? Therefore, triangle OPS is similar to triangle OAB using AA similarity criteria, right? If two triangles are similar, then we could take the ratios of the corresponding sides. Then we could imply OP by AO, right? OP by OA or AO. OP by OA is equal to OS by OB. OS by OB is equal to the third line, that is third sides, that is PS by AB, isn't it? Correct. OP by OA is equal to OS. OP by OA is equal to OS by OB is equal to PS by AB. We have taken the ratios of the corresponding sides. So let it be equation 1. We are having OP by OA is equal to OS by OB is equal to PS by AB. Let it be our equation 1. Okay. Now, let's consider other two triangles. Okay. For that, here we will consider triangle CQR and the bigger triangle CAB. Okay. Now, we are considering triangle CQR and triangle CAB. Okay. In triangle CQR and in triangle CQB, there also we could say that CQR is parallel to AB. Why is it given? Since PQRS is a parallelogram, PS is parallel to QR, isn't it? It is given that PS is parallel to AB, which means QR is parallel to AB. Are you getting the point? Here, since PQRS is a parallelogram, PS is parallel to QR and PS is parallel to AB, which is given. From here, what we could say? QR is parallel to AB, right? QR is parallel to AB. There also, we could consider these two angles. That means, angle CQR and angle CAB. Okay, CQR and angle CAB are equal. Why? They form corresponding angles. Angle CQR is equal to angle CAB. Similarly, angle CRQ is equal to angle CBA. Why? Because corresponding angles. They also form corresponding angles. CRQ is equal to angle CBA. Corresponding angles. Here also we could use AA similarity. One more thing, this angle C is a common angle also, okay? So this is a common angle. Or we could take those two pairs of angles. In any way, using AA similarity, we could say that these two triangles are similar, right? Therefore, triangle CQR is similar to triangle CAB. Triangle CAB using AA similarity. If two triangles are similar, then the ratios of their corresponding sides are equal, right? There, what we could say, CQ by CA is equal to CR by CB. CR by CB is equal to QR by AB. QR by AB, right? So, this is the second equation we are having. The second equation is CQ by CA is equal to CR by CB is equal to QR by AB. This is our second equation. Okay. Using these two equations, we will prove that OC is parallel to SR. Okay. So let's rewrite those two equations. OP by OA is equal to OS by OB is equal to PS by AB. This is our first equation. And the second one is CQ by CA is equal to CR by CB is equal to QR by AB. Okay. Here, in the second equation, we are having QR by AB, right? But this QR is equal to PS because they are opposite sides of a parallelogram. So this could be equated with, instead of QR, we could substitute QR with PS, isn't it? So this is also equal to PS by AB, right? It is also equal to PS by AB. Why? Because QR is equal to PS. Okay? Now, since these two terms we are having a common ratios, right? PS by AB is equal to PS by AB in both these equations, which means we could equate OS by OB, right? OS by OB is equal to CR by CB. What we are getting? OS by OB is equal to CR by CB. Let's consider those two ratios in the figure. We are having OS by OB is equal to CR by CB, right? Here what we are getting? We could say that then these two lines are parallel, isn't it? Converse of BPT. Here OS by OB is equal to CR by CB. There we could say that these two lines are parallel in the triangle BSR and in the triangle BOC. There we could say that SR is parallel to OC. Okay. So there we could conclude that SR is parallel to OC. Hence the proof. Clear? Okay. So moving on to the next question. 35th question. The health officer took an initiative in organizing a medical camp in a remote village. The medical camp of 35 students of the age group of 10 years and their weights were recorded as follows. Weight and corresponding numbers are given. 38 to 40 kg, 3 students are there. 40 to 42, 2 students. 42 to 44, 4 students are there. 44 to 46, 5 students. 46 to 48, 14 students. 48 to 54 students are there. And 50 to 52 kg, 3 students are there. We need to find out mean, median and mode of the given data. Okay. So, moving on to the datas. Here, class, okay, 38 to 40, then 40 to 42, then 42 to 44, 44 to 46, 46 to 48, 48 to 50, then 50 to 52. Now, corresponding FIs, 3 students, 2, 4, 5, 14, 4 and 3. Okay. Now, to find out the mean, we required the product of XIs and FIs, isn't it? Mean is equal to summation XI FI by FI, isn't it? Therefore, XI, first of all, we need to find out XI. XI is the class mark, the middle value of the class. So, 38 plus 40 divided by 2 will be 39. Then it will be 41, 43, 45, 47, 49 and 51. Now, XIFIs, isn't it? We need to find out what is XIFIs. 39 into 3. 39 into 3. It is 117. 117. Then 41 into 2. It will be 82. 82. Then 43 into 4. It will be 172. Then 45 into 5. 5 5s are 25, 25, 22. Then 14 into 47. $658. Then 49 into 4. 196. Then 51 into 3. It will be 153. Right? Okay. Now we need to find out the mean is equal to summation XI FI by summation FI. So on adding, let's add FIs together. So there it is 5, it's 10, then 10 plus 8, 18, 18 plus 3, right? It's 3 to 10, 20, it's 35, isn't it? It's 8, 10, 5, yes, it's 35. Okay, now we will be finding out XIFIs. XIFIs, it will be 10, 20, 28, 28 plus 5, it's 33. So 3 carry over. Then it's 8 plus 2, it's 10, 10, this is 20, 30, and here it's 40. So for 40, 4 carry over, 4 plus 1, 5, 5 plus 1, 6, 6 plus 2, 8, 8 plus 2, 10, 10 plus 6, 16, 1603, okay? So we are having summation XIFI as 1603 and summation FI is equal to 35, okay? That means mean is equal to summation XIFI by summation FI, which is equal to 1603 divided by 35. Okay, so 1603 divided by 35, 35 into 5, it's 25, 175, so 35 into 4, 12, 140, so we'll go with 140, so 20, 23, what about 35 into 6, it is greater than 200, like it's 30, 21, 210, right? So we'll go with 5, how many times? 175, 5 times, 175, it's 13, it's 9, 1, so it is 8, then 2, 8. What about 35 into 8? 24 plus 4, 28. Yes, so it's 28, right? So that means putting a decimal, it will become 280 and 8 times it is 280. That means we are getting mean is equal to 45.8. Okay, mean is equal to 45.8. Is the question is complete? No. We need to find out the median and mode also. To find out the median, we need to find out what is, there is a median class is there, cumulative frequency table is required, all those things are required, isn't it? So we will find out cumulative frequency table, okay? So cumulative frequency table, on adding it, 3, 3 plus 2 it is 5, 5 plus 4 it's 9, 9 plus 5 it is 14, 14 plus 14 is equal to 28, 28 plus 4 it is 32 and 32 plus 3 it is 35. Yes, of cumulative frequency table is correct. How we can cross check? The total frequency should be equal to the last entry of the cumulative frequency column. Okay, thus, okay, so we are having the cumulative frequency. Okay, now we will find out the median. To find out the median, what is the formula? Median is equal to L plus N by 2 minus CF by F into H. Okay. Now, here L is the lower limit of the median class. First of all, how we will find out the median class? We will find out the value of N by 2. Okay. N by 2 means it is half the frequency, half the total frequency. That means total frequency is equal to 35. 35 by 2 will be 17.5. Okay. So we will consider, we need to consider the cumulative frequency column. Okay. And which should be, we need to consider the cumulative frequency where it is greater and nearer to the value of N by 2. Okay. So 14. No, 14 can't be accepted. We need to consider the cumulative frequency which is greater and nearer to 17.5. That means it is 28. Okay. That corresponding class will be the median class. Okay. That corresponding class will be the median class. So here we are having the median class 46 to 48. There the lower limit is 46. Okay. So we are having lower limit is equal to 46. Then what is n by 2 it is 17.5. Okay, so we are having n by 2 is equal to 17.5. Now cumulative frequency means it is the cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class. This is our median class, so the cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class will be 14. Okay, so CF is 14. Then what about frequency? Frequency is the frequency of median class. So corresponding frequency with the corresponding frequency of 46 to 48 is 14. Okay, so frequency is also 14. Then H is the class width or class size. 48 minus 46, that is equal to 2. So H is equal to 2. Okay, these are the things we are having. We need to substitute the values over here and we will find out the value of median. Okay, yeah, so lower limit is equal to 46. Okay, so 46 plus n by 2 is 17.5. 17.5 minus 14 divided by 14 into 2. Now that will be equal to 46 plus 17.5 minus 14 is equal to 3.5 divided by 2. 2 and 14 can be cancelled. So 3.5 divided by 7. 3.5 divided by 7 means it is 0.5. So 46 plus 0.5 means it is 46.5. We are getting the median of this data is equal to 46.5. Okay. Now we need to find out mode also. Okay. To find out the mode, first of all we need to find out the model class, isn't it? What is the formula to find out the model class? Mode is equal to, what is the formula to find the mode? It is L plus F1 minus F0 divided by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. Okay. Here L is the lower limit of the model class, F is the frequency of the model class, F0 is or F0 is the frequency of the class preceding the model class, and F2 is the frequency of class succeeding the model class, whereas H is the class size. Okay. So here, how we will find out the model class? The class having the highest frequency is the model class. So among this is the highest frequency, isn't it? That means the model class is 46 to 48. Okay, the model class is 46 to 48. There, okay, 46 to 48 is the model class. There, what is L? L is equal to 46. Lower limit of the model class. What is F1? This is F1, isn't it? 47. Not 47, among the frequencies table. Okay, so F1 is the frequency of the model class, F0 is the frequency of class preceding the model class, and F2 is the class succeeding the model class. Okay, and H is equal to the class size, that is 48 minus 46, which will be 2. Okay, so substituting the value, we will be getting L is lower limit of the model class, that is 46 itself, plus F1 is 14 minus F0 is 5 divided by 2 times 2F1, that is 2 times 14 will be 28. 28 minus F0 is 5. F0 is 5. Then F2 is 4 into 2. Right? That is 46 plus 14 minus 5 is 9 divided by here. It is 28 minus 9, which will be 19. Okay, 19 into 2. That is, we are getting 46 plus 18 by 19. 18 by 19. Okay, so let's find out what is the value of 18 by 19. 18 by 90. So putting the decimal, yeah, 0. So 19 into 9, it is 81, 8. 171. So we'll go with 9, 171. Okay, so it will be 9 again. Putting a decimal over here. 19 times 5, it's 45. No. So it will be 4. So it will be 0.94, isn't it? That is 46 plus 0.94, which means the value is equal to 46.94. We are getting the value of mode is equal to 46.94. Okay. So mean of the data is equal to 45.8. Median of the data is equal to 46.5. And mode of the data is equal to 46.94. Okay. Clear? So moving on to the next question. Section E. So we have completed with the section D. Now we are moving on to the case study questions. Okay, so a triangular pot is marked triangular plot is marked with parallel and vertical lines. A pair of such lines are taken as x-axis and y-axis respectively, as shown in the graph. Here we are having a graph. Okay. PQR are midpoints of AB, BC, CA respectively, where three pillars for makings were erected in the ground and are joined with ropes. Okay. So here PQR are pillars and PQR are midpoints of AB, BC and AC respectively. Okay, these are the things given. Coordinates of A is -2, -5, coordinates of B is -2, 11 and coordinate of C is 10, -1 given. Okay, here the questions are, what are the coordinates of R? We need to find out the coordinates of R. Okay, so coordinate of R, we know that R is the midpoint of A and C, isn't it? It's already given that PQR are midpoints of AB, BC and AC respectively. So, to find out the coordinates of R, we will use the midpoint. Okay. We know that. What are the coordinates of A? A coordinate is -2, -5. Okay. A coordinate is -2, -5 and C coordinate is 10, -1. C coordinate is 10, -1. R is the midpoint of AC. Okay, therefore, R is equal to, coordinates of R is equal to -2 plus 10 divided by 2 and -1 plus 5 divided by 2. -2 plus 10 is 8. 8 by 2 is 4 and -1 minus 5 is, it is 4 by 2 which will be equal to 2. So, 4, 2 is the coordinate of R. That is the answer to the first sub question. Next, find the ratio in which BC is divided by y-axis. We need to find out the ratio in which BC is divided by y-axis. So, here we are having BC, okay. BC, okay. We need to find out the ratio in which the BC is divided by the y-axis. So, here this is the point, isn't it? What is the point? Here the point is 0, 9. Okay, we need to find out, we will use the section formula to find out the ratio in which this BC or the y-axis divides the BC. Okay, we'll be taking M1 and M2 over here. Okay, so the coordinates of B. What are the coordinates of B? It is -2, 11 and C is 10, -1 and what is the point dividing? It is 9, 0, 9, isn't it? X-axis is 0. That means X coordinate is 0 and 9 is the point at which they are asking the y-axis dividing BC. Okay. So, 0, 9 is the point. Using the section formula. What is the section formula? XY is equal to M1 X2 plus M2 X1 divided by M1 plus M2 and M1 Y2 plus M2 Y1 divided by M1 plus M2, isn't it? So, here this XY is 0, 9. 0, 9 divides the line joining B and C, okay. That means we will be taking M1, M2, right? So, there C is our M2, okay. So, C is our X2. So, M1 into C is 10, okay. So, M10 plus M1 into 10 plus M2 into -2 divided by M1 plus M2, okay. And what about Y coordinate? M1 into Y2 is -1. M1 into Y2, that is -1 plus M2 into Y1 is 11 divided by M1 plus M2. Okay, so here we could equate either with the x-axis, corresponding x-axis or corresponding y-axis. So, I am going with the x-axis, that is 10M1 plus M2 into -2, that is -2M2 divided by M1 plus M2 is equal to 0. corresponding x-axes are equated, x-coordinates are equated. That means we are getting 10m1 is 10m1 minus 2m2. 10m1 minus 2m2 is equal to 0. That means 10m1 is equal to 2m2. We need to find out m1 is to m2 or m1 by m2. Therefore, m1 by m2 is equal to, taking m1 by m2, we will be getting 2 by 10, which will be 1 by 5. That is, we are getting the ratio m1 is to m2 is equal to 1 is to 5. Clear? Okay. We are having one more sub question for this. That is, find the coordinates of the midpoint of ROP PQ. We need to find out the coordinates of midpoint of PQ. Okay. So, PQ is there. We need to find out the coordinates of midpoint of this. Okay. Then, other scenario, or which of the following is false. Okay. Which of the following is false. So, let's find the answer for the first question. That is the coordinates of the midpoint of ROP PQ. For that, we require the coordinates of P and Q, isn't it? We require the coordinates of P and Q. Here, what are the coordinates of P and Q? P means it is the midpoint of AB, right? P is the midpoint of AB. That means the coordinates of P will be minus 2 plus 2, isn't minus 2 plus minus 2 divided by 2, okay, minus 2 plus minus 2 divided by 2 and 11 plus minus 5 divided by 2. That is minus 4 by 2, and here it will be 11 minus 5 will be 6 by 2, isn't it? That means we will be getting minus 2 and 3. So, the coordinates of P is minus 2 and 3, okay? We are getting the coordinates of P as minus 2 and 3. Let's also find out the coordinates of Q. Q is the midpoint of B and C, isn't it? So, Q, the midpoint of B and C, which will be minus 2 plus 10 divided by 2 and 11. The y coordinate is 11 plus minus 1 divided by 2, which will be 10 minus 2, it's 8, 8 by 2 is 4, and 11 minus 1 is 10, 10 by 2 is 5. So, we are getting the coordinates of Q as 4, 5, okay? These are the coordinates of P and Q. So, for P, it is minus 2, 3. P, we are having minus 2, 3, and Q, we are having 4, 5, isn't it? Q, we are having 4, 5. The coordinates of Q as 4, 5. Yes, okay? Now, the midpoints of the rope connecting PQ. That means the midpoint of PQ will be, midpoint of PQ is equal to minus 2 plus 4 divided by 2 and 3, y coordinate is 3 plus 5 divided by 2. These are the coordinates. So, for minus 2 it is 2, 2 by 2 is 1 and 3 plus 5 it's 8, 8 by 2 is 4. The coordinates of the midpoint of PQ is 1, 4. Okay, clear? Now, to the second sub-question or the choice question, not sub-question, choice question. We need to find which of the following is false, okay? First thing, we need to check whether QR is parallel to AB. Where is QR? Okay, QR is parallel to AB. How we will check? How we will check whether QR is parallel to AB. So, for that, it is enough to check whether the distance between AR and PQ remains the same, isn't it? If the distance between PQ and AR remains the same, means this QR is parallel to AP or AB, isn't it? So, let's find out the distance between PQ and distance between AR. Distance between PQ is equal to root of x2 minus x1. Root of x2 minus x1. P is, what are the coordinates of P? P it is minus 2, 3 and Q is PQ. Q is 4, 5. That means x2 minus x1 the whole square. 4 minus minus 2 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. 5 minus 3 the whole square, which is equal to 4 plus 2, it is 6. So 6 square plus 5 minus 3, it is 2 square. There we are getting 36 plus 4. So root of 36 plus 4 is 40, isn't it? And what about the distance between AR? Distance between AR. What are the coordinates of A? Coordinates of A is minus 2, minus 5, and R coordinate is, we have already found it out in the first graph, that is R is equal to 4 minus 3, isn't it? R is equal to 4 minus 3. R is equal to 4 minus 3. Okay. That means the distance between AR is equal to x2 minus x1. That is 4 minus 2 the whole square plus minus 5 minus 3 the whole square. Minus 3 the whole square, which is equal to 4 minus 2 is 6. 6 squared plus minus 5 plus 3. Minus 5 plus 3 is minus 2 the whole square. That is 6 square is 36, right? 36 plus root 2 the whole square is 4. 36 plus 4 is root 40. That means here also we are getting root 40 units, and distance between PQ and distance between AR is root 40 units. Which means these two lines are parallel. That is AP is parallel to QR. There we could say that AB is parallel to QR. Okay. Therefore, the first option is correct. They are asking for which is incorrect. Okay. Now, moving on to the second part. So, here we are getting PQ is equal to AR is equal to PQ is equal to AR is equal to root 40 units. Okay. Now, we need to check whether PQ is equal to half of AC. For that, we will be finding out the distance between AC. What are the coordinates of C? Coordinate of C is 10 minus 1. C is 10 minus 1. So, distance AC is equal to root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. 10 minus 2 the whole square plus minus 1 minus 5 the whole square. That is equal to 10 plus 2 is 12, 12 square plus 1 plus 5 is minus 1 plus 5 is 4, isn't it? 4 square. That is equal to root of 144 plus 16. Root of 144 plus 16 is 10. It is 160. Root 160 is the answer we are getting. Okay, root 160. Root 160 can be written in the form, okay, on simplifying 160, on prime factorization, 2 it is 80, then 2 it is 40, isn't it? So, it could be written in the form of root of 2 times 40, isn't it? There 2 times 2, that 2 can be taken common outside. So, it is 2 root 40, isn't it? Why I am taking in the root 40 form? Here we are having AR or like PQ is equal to root 40, isn't it? That means now we are getting, we already have PQ is equal to root 40, okay? And now AC is equal to, we are getting it as 2 root 40, which means we could say that PQ is equal to half of AC, isn't it? Half of AC means divided by 2, which means half of AC is equal to PQ, right? Root 40 will be getting, okay? Clear? So, option B is also right. Now, we will be checking the third one, that is PR is equal to 1 by third of BC. PR is equal to 1, PR, we need to find out the distance PR and we need to find out the distance BC, okay? So, P, the coordinates are here, R coordinate is there. What is the coordinate of B? B coordinate is minus 2, 11, okay? And the coordinate of C is here, okay? So, what is the distance PR? PR, okay? So, the distance PR is equal to x2 minus x1 the whole square, these two, okay? x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. 4 minus 2 the whole square plus minus 3 plus 3 the whole square. x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. y2 minus y1 the whole square, okay? That means 4 minus minus 2 is equal to 4 plus 2, which is equal to 6 square. Minus 3 is minus 6. So, minus 6 the whole square means it is positive 6 square, isn't it? There we are getting 2 times 6 square. So, there we could take 6 common. So, it will be 6 root 2 units. Okay. That means we are getting PR is equal to 6 root 2 units. What about BC? Distance between B and C. Okay. That is the B is minus 2, 11. Okay. So, it is 10 minus minus 2 the whole square plus 11 minus minus 1 the whole square. That is equal to 10 minus minus 2 is 10 plus 2, that is 12 square plus 11 plus 2 is also 12 square. 11 plus 1 is also 12 square. So, it is 2 times 12 square. Square root of 2 times 12 square, which will be equal to 12 root 2. Okay. Now, we are getting PR is equal to 6 root 2 and BC is equal to 12 root 2. They are telling PR is 1/3. So, what is 1/3 of BC? 1/3 of BC means it will be 4 root 2. But we are having that is equal to PR. That is what they are telling. But we are getting, if we take 1/3 of BC, we are getting 4 root 2, which is not equal to PR. That is 6 root 2. So, this is a false statement, or C is the correct answer for this option. So, let's also check the option D. Here, PR is parallel to BC. How we will check PR is parallel to BC or not? PR, that means PR is parallel to BC. That means if the distance between this PR and BC remains the same, then we could say that these two lines are parallel. Okay, that means if the distance between BP and QR are equal, then we could say that PR is parallel to BC. Let's check that. The distance between BP, okay, distance between BP and distance between QR. Okay, distance between BP, okay, it is x2 minus x1. So, it is minus 2, 11 and minus 2, 3. Okay, so BP is equal to, distance BP is equal to x2 minus x1. Minus 2 minus of minus 2 the whole square plus 11 minus 3 the whole square, which will be equal to minus 2 plus 2 the whole square. 11 minus 3 is 8 the whole square. So, this is 0. Root of 8 square, which will be 8 units. Okay. What about, now we need to check QR, right? So, QR, okay. There QR, the coordinates are 4 minus 5 and R is 4 minus 3. So, it will be 4 minus 4, x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square minus 3 minus 5 the whole square. That is 4 minus 4 is 0, 0 plus minus 3 minus 5 is minus 8. It is minus 8 square, right? Square root of minus 8 square is 8. So, there we are getting the distance between BP and QR are equal, which means the distance between these two lines, that is the line BC and PR, remains the same. There we could say that PR is parallel to BC. Okay, so among the 4 given option A, B and D are true, while C is the false option. Okay, clear? So, we have done with the first case study question. Moving on to the next. Here, Jessica arranged her display cans as shown in the figure. List the number of cans in the top row, the second row, the third row, and so on, and down to 10th row. Okay, so here we need to list the number of cans in the top row, second row, third row, and down to the 10th row. Okay, here let's list the numbers, or what is the sequence. In the first row, or in the topmost row, we are having 3 cans. Then it is 3 plus 3, which will be 6 cans. Then 3, 3, 3, it will be 9 cans, etc. up to like this, isn't it? So, in the first row, how many cans are there? 3. Then in the second row, it is 6 can. Then in the third row, it is 9 can, isn't it? We need to find out how many cans are there in the 10th row. That is A10, isn't it? What is the formula to find out AN? AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. We need to find out the number of cans in the 10th row. That is A10. A10 is equal to, A is the first term. A is the first term means the number of cans in the first row. That is 3 plus N is 10. So 10 minus 1, it is 9. What is D? D is the common difference. What is D? It is the difference between the consecutive terms. So x 6 minus 3 or 9 minus 6. D is 3. Isn't it? So 9 into D, that is equal to, or 9 into 3. Isn't it? Which will be 3 plus 27, that is equal to 30. That means in the 10th row, how many cans are there? There will be having 30 cans. Okay. To the second sub question, if the cans are to be stacked 47 rows high, how many cans will it take to build the display? That is the first choice question for the second sub question. Okay. If the cans are to be stacked 47 rows high, how many cans will it take to build the display? So here what we need to find out? We need to find out SN, isn't it? The sum of cans required to build how many rows? 47 rows, isn't it? That means N is equal to 47. What is A? The first term? First term is 3. What is the common difference? That is also 3. D is also 3. Sn is equal to N by 2 into 2A plus N minus 1 into D. All the values are, all the values we have, isn't it? That means N is 47. 47 by 2 into 2 times 3. Plus N minus 1 into D. That is N is 47 minus 1 into D. D is also 3. 47 minus 1 is 46. So it is 46 into 3. There, what is 46 into 3? 18. 138. 138 plus 6 times 47 by 2. Isn't it? 138 plus 6 is 144. Right? That is 47 by 2 into 144. What is 47 by 2 into 144? We could cancel it, right? So 47 into 72. 47 times 72. 7 and it's 28. So 4, 8, it's 30. 3384, isn't it? So we are getting the value as 3384. Okay. Thus, what we could conclude? We could conclude that to make how many cans are required? We required 3384 cans to make a 47 rows high display. Okay, clear? Now, moving on to the second choice question. If Jessica uses 6 cases, how many cans are there? 273 cans. How tall can she make the display? Okay, there, what is this 273? 273 is the sum of cans, isn't it? There we are getting Sn is equal to 273. There we need to find out what is the value of n. How tall we can make, right? We need to find out the value of n, okay? So, we'll use the same formula. Here, in this scenario, we need to find out n and Sn is given, which is equal to 273. Thus, the formula Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. First term and the common difference remains the same. Sn 273 it is given. N by 2 into first term is 3 plus n minus 1 into d. Common difference is also 3. That is equal to, on cross multiplication we will be getting, we could take this 2 to the other side. So, it will be 6, 5, 6, 4, 5, right? 456 is equal to n into 6 plus 3n minus 3, right? Opening this bracket, we will be getting 3n minus 3. What is 6 minus 3? 6 minus 3 is 3 itself. So, it will be 3n plus 3. Isn't it? 6 minus 3 is plus 3. So, it is 3n plus 3. Opening the bracket, 3n square plus 3n is equal to 546. Bringing into standard form, we will be getting 3n square plus 3n minus 546 is equal to 0. It's 10 plus, yeah, sum of digit is divisible by 3, thus the number is divisible by 3. So 546 divided by 3, it is 182, right? So dividing the whole equation with 3, we will be getting n square plus n minus 182 is equal to 0. Now we are having a quadratic equation. We could use the quadratic formula to solve this equation. Therefore, n is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, where a is the coefficient of n square, b is the coefficient of n, and c is the constant term. So here minus b means the coefficient of n, that is 1, plus or minus root of b square, that is 1 square, minus 4, a is coefficient of n square, that is 1, then c is constant term, it is minus 182 into minus 182, the whole divided by 2 into a is 1 itself, that is the coefficient of n square, okay. So it is minus 1 plus or minus root of 1, minus into minus it will be plus. What is 182 into 4? 8, 32 and here 7, 728. So 1 plus 728. 1 plus 728 is 729. The whole divided by 2. That is minus 1 plus or minus root of 729 divided by 2. What is square root of 729? It is 27, isn't it? This is equal to minus 1 plus or minus 27 divided by 2. First case, minus 1 plus 27 is 26, isn't it? So it is 26 by 2 is the first case. Then minus 1 minus 27 is minus 28 by 2. Here, do we consider this minus term? No. Here, what do you mean by n? N is the how tall, or n is the how tall she could make the display, right? That means the number of rows. Is there any chance that number of rows becoming a negative number? No. So we will ignore minus 28 by 2, which means we will consider only 26 by 2. What is 26 by 2? It is equal to 13. Okay. Therefore, the value of n, or the number of rows she can make with this 273 can is 13 rows. Clear? Okay. So we have done with the second sub question. Now we are having one more sub-question, the third sub-question. There, write a formula to represent the nth term of the sequence. So, here we will use the formula an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, that means what is the first term? It is 3. Okay, and n minus 1 into the common difference is also 3. That is, we are getting an is equal to 3 plus 3n minus 3. 3 and 3 can be minus 3 can be cancelled. There we are getting an is equal to 3n. Okay. So, what is the formula to represent the nth term of the sequence? It is an is equal to 3n. Okay. So, very easy question. So, shall we move on to the last question? Suppose an eagle sitting on a tree of height 90 meter and looks at a rat on the ground. Eagle does not attack the rat in initial position when it takes into account the speed of the rat and the direction in which the rat is moving. After analyzing the situation, eagle attacks the rat in such a way that it would be successful in catching the rat with an angle of depression 45 degrees and moving away from the tree with some speed. Eagle starts flying with 30 degrees down and caught the rat in 10 seconds. So, this is the scenario. Here, 3 sub-questions are there. The first one, what is the distance travelled by the rat in 10 seconds? What is the distance travelled by the eagle to catch the rat? That is the second question, sub-question. And the third one, what is the speed of the rat or what is the speed of the eagle? These are the 3 sub-questions. Okay, so let's analyze the question once again. Suppose an eagle is sitting on a tree of height 90 meter and looks at a rat on the ground. Okay, so here we are having a tree of height 90 meter and eagle is at the position B. Okay, now eagle is analyzing a rat at some position on the ground. Okay, so at some position there is a rat at point C. Now, after analyzing the situation, eagle attacks rat in such a way that it would be successful in catching the rat with an angle of depression 45 degrees. That means the eagle is analyzing the situation at an angle of depression 45 degree. Okay. So here eagle is at point B. Now the eagle is analyzing the rat at 45 degree with an angle of depression 45 degree. Okay. With an angle of depression 45 degree. Now what happened? Now the rat is moving away from the tree with some speed. Eagle starts flying with 30 degree downward and caught the rat in 10 seconds. Okay, that means after 10 seconds, the rat reached some position D. Okay, after 10 seconds, the rat reached some position D, and at this point, eagle caught the rat. And what is this angle? This angle is 30 degree, right? Because it is given that eagle starts flying with 30 degree downward and caught the rat in 10 seconds. Okay, are you getting the point? So here, the height of the tree is 90 degree. That means the eagle is at a height of 90 degree from the ground. First scenario, eagle was analyzing the rat at point C, where the rat is at point C. So it was analyzing the rat at an angle of depression 45 degree. At 30 degree depression, at 30 degree angle of depression, eagle caught the rat. Okay, that means from C to D, the time taken by the rat to travel from C to D is 10 seconds. Okay, these are the things given. Now, from this, we need to find out the first sub-question, the distance traveled by the rat in 10 seconds and the distance traveled by the eagle to catch the rat. Okay, so here, first sub-question, the distance traveled by the rat in 10 seconds means we need to find out what is CD, isn't it? We need to find out what is the distance traveled by the rat in 10 seconds. Second scenario, we need to find out the distance traveled by the eagle to catch the rat. That means, is it BC or BD? It is BD, right? Because the distance traveled by the eagle to catch the rat. This is the path, isn't it? So, we need to find out what is BD. That is the second sub-question, okay? So, let's analyze. So, let's solve the first sub-question. Here, let's mark it as X. Okay. So, angle X, B, C is 45 degree means we could consider angle B, C, A as 45 degree. Alternate interior angles, right? Similarly, angle X, B, D is 30 degree. Angle of depression is 30 degree, which means angle B, D, A is 30 degree. These are the things we are having, right? So, first case, we need to find out what is CD. We need to find out the distance traveled by the rat in 10 seconds. For that, if we are having AD, that means if we take into account the total distance of the rat at the initial end from the tree, that is AD minus AC, we will be getting CD, isn't it? So, is there any possibility to find out AC? Yes. How? If we consider the triangle ABC, there is 45 degrees. So, we could consider, and this is the adjacent angle. So, opposite side by adjacent angle is adjacent side. Opposite side by adjacent side is tan 45 degree, isn't it? So, in triangle BAC, tan 45 degree is equal to opposite side by adjacent side, that is AB by AC. AB it is given 90 degree. Tan 45 is 1. AB it is 90, not 90 meter, and AC is what we need to find out, which means there we are getting AC is equal to 90 meter, isn't it? We are getting this distance. AC is equal to 90 meter. That means at the initial stage, the rat is 90 meter away from the tree. Okay. Now, with this, we can find out the distance traveled by the rat in 10 seconds. That is, the distance traveled by the rat, in 10 seconds is equal to CD, isn't it? That CD could be calculated by AD minus AC, isn't it? It is AD minus AC. Now, how we will find out AD? In triangle ABD, there we are having theta is equal to 30 degree. We are having a opposite side and we need to find out the adjacent side, isn't it? So there also we could consider the trigonometric ratio of tan. That means tan 30 degree is equal to opposite side, that is AB, by adjacent side is AD. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. So 1 by root 3 is AB is 90 degree by AD. There we are getting on cross multiplication, AD is equal to 90 root 3 meter. We are getting the total distance, that not the total distance, the final position of the rat from the tree is 90 root 3. Okay. So AD is equal to 90 root 3 and AC, that we have already find it out what it was 90 meter. So it is 90 root 3 minus 90 meter. Taking 90 common, it is 90 into root 3 minus 1 meter. Okay. That means the distance traveled by the rat in 10 seconds is CD with respect to our figure. That means we are getting the value as 90 times root 3 minus 1 meter. Okay. So here we are getting it as 90 root 3 minus 1 meter. Clear? Now the second sub question. Second sub question, we need to find out BD. BD means the distance traveled by the eagle to catch the rat. Okay. The distance traveled by eagle to catch the rat. Okay. There we could consider opposite side by hypotenuse, isn't it? Because BD is the hypotenuse, we are having we are having adjacent side as well as opposite side. So here I am taking opposite side by adjacent side, opposite side by hypotenuse ratio. Okay. That means it is BD. The distance traveled by the eagle to catch the rat is BD. That means there we could consider sine 30 degree, right? That means in triangle BDA, there sine 30 degree is equal to opposite side AB by hypotenuse, opposite side by hypotenuse, that is BD. Sine 30 degree is 1 by 2, right? So 1 by 2 is equal to AB, it is 90 divided by BD. That is what we need to find out. On cross multiplication, we are getting BD is equal to 90 into 2, which is equal to 180 meter. Right? That means the distance traveled by the eagle to catch the rat is 180 meter. Okay, units are very important. It is 180 meter. So we have done with the first two sub questions. Okay. Now moving on to the third sub question. Here, there we are having choice question. To the first choice question, what is the speed of the rat? Okay. Speed of the rat. Speed is equal to distance by time. C is the initial point of the rat and D is the final point. That means the distance means it is CD, isn't it? So the distance means with respect to our figure it is CD and the time taken is 10 seconds, isn't it? So that is 10 seconds. CD is 90 root 3 minus 1 meter divided by 10 seconds. Meter divided by 10 seconds, which will be 9 root 3 minus 1. Unit is very important. It is meter per second. Okay. So what is the speed of the rat? It is 9 root 3 minus 1 meter per second. Clear? Now we are having a choice question for this. That is the speed of the eagle. Speed of the eagle is, again, it is distance by time. And what is the distance traveled by the eagle? It is BD. And what is that distance? It is 180 meter, isn't it? That means it is BD by the time, it is 10 seconds itself, isn't it? That means it is 180 by 180 meter by 10 seconds, which will be 18 meter per second. Okay. So what is the speed of the eagle? It is 18 meter per second. Okay. So very easy question. Make sure that you are drawing the rough diagram correctly. Then it is very easy to solve. Okay. So I hope this session is very clear to you and very useful to you. Thank you.